And good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports. We're live tonight from Glen C. Smith Field, where the 2-1 Pittsfield Saukees play host to the 3-0 Maroa Forsyth Trojans in what is homecoming night for the Saukees. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Holt. Thomas Hull and Justin Noble are alongside tonight. It's the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Saukees coming off of a big win over Auburn here last week, taking on one of the best teams, well, not only in this part of the state of Illinois, but in the state of Illinois year in and year out, in the Maroa Forsyth Trojans, and they're off to another hot start on the season, looking to make another run toward the Sangamo Conference title. We'll talk more about the matchup. We'll preview what's going on elsewhere in this Sangamo Conference. We'll also talk with Saukee head coach Zach Ferguson. It's all coming up on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Are you searching for some meaning in life? Are you searching for a loving place to be accepted? If so, we would love for you to join us to take the next step in your life's journey together with us at Pittsfield Church of the Nazarene. Here at PCN, we're a group of real people looking to build real relationships as we journey together to experience real encounters with God. Join us online or in person at 227 West Washington in Pittsfield, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m., online on our Facebook page or YouTube channel.
When you're ready to make your dream kitchen and bathroom a reality, find inspiration at Pike County Lumber in Pittsfield. It starts with a 3D design so you can see every angle and every custom detail. Traditional style or the newest trends. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle. Your custom kitchen and bathroom will have the features that you need. A large versatile island for work or entertaining. Quartz countertops. Quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Barry, Pittsfield, and Liberty. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve you with all of your banking needs. Stop by any of their facilities or visit greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. The Sangamo Conference sees this Maroa Forsyth Trojan outfit sitting up top. They're 3-0. All wins have come in the conference, as it is a closed conference this year. They've scored 123 points and given up 17 in their first three contests. Maroa on the season does have a forfeit win to their name, as North Mac was not able to play in week 2. But they have handled their two opponents when they did get to play, 58-10 over Auburn in week 1 of the season, and last week a 64-7 shellacking of the New Berlin Pretzels. The Saukees on the season fell in the opening week to Pleasant Plains, 30-14, and then have won back-to-back games. 31-21 over Riverton and 31-24 against Auburn to move their record to 2-1 on the season under first-year head coach Zach Ferguson. Elsewhere in the Sangamo Conference tonight, Athens is at home against Porta. Good to see the Blue Jays in action, as they were without a game in their first 3 weeks. Auburn is playing host to Williamsville this evening. North Mac is on the road at New Berlin tonight, and Pleasant Plains will play at Riverton. That's a look at what's happening in the Sangamo Conference. We'll also take a look at games from around the area, but let's first pause for a timeout on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, and when we come back, we'll talk with Saukee head coach Zach Ferguson in preparation for tonight's homecoming matchup against Maroa Forsyth. Back with you after this.
Sandpoint Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up. If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help you build a strategy to help your finances keep up with your needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Williams Auto Sales, 439 North 3rd in Quincy is your headquarters for quality used vehicles. Shop their 439 North 3rd location Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 2. Check out their inventory of WilliamsAutoSalesQuincy.com or call Tony the Truck Guy at 217-223-3325. Williams Auto Sales, 439 North 3rd in Quincy, wishing the Panthers the best of luck this year. Give them a call at 217-223-3325. Williams Auto Sales.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show, visiting with Saukees head coach Zach Ferguson. And coach, coming off of a big win last week, and you kind of look ahead at the schedule, and this is where the buzzsaw that is the Sangamo Conference really heats up. This Maroa Forsyth program, Coach Joseph has been there for a long time. They've won a couple state championships. They finished second. It seems like it's more rare for them not to be in the semifinals. This is a tough task.
This is kind of the meat and potatoes of our schedule with North Mac, Maroa, and Athens coming up. So Maroa is a really good program. They got a lot of good tradition, a lot of good athletes. So this is gonna be a tough one.
You know, the thing about playing a team like this is if you come in and you're tentative, or if you already have the thought in mind that you're beat, that's when games like this can get out of hand. You're coming out and you're kind of hoping to, I think, punch them in the mouth.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, we've talked about that with our kids this week is, we got to come in and play our game and be physical like we've been for the past 3 weeks with teams. And, the chips are going to fall where they will, but we got to come in with a little chip on our shoulder and play aggressively.
You take a look at a program like the opponent you're playing tonight, and geography definitely is a benefit for them, where they kind of draw some kids out of the Decatur area. But you also have to have a lot of respect for the way they do things when it comes to strength and conditioning, and that's something that your kids can look at and say, hey, we need to emulate some of that.
Coach Justice does a good job with. I mean, he has athletic PE. I mean, they just updated their weight room. He coaches track as well, so he gets a lot of good athletes out for that, as well as football. And they're never big, and I think that's why they've had success, is because they realize they're not going to be big type kids, but speed in football is the great equalizer, and he's kind of made that a part of his MO there.
You have a couple of athletes, though, that have a pretty good speed on their own right. One of them actually has some speed and size, and we've really kind of seen Bobby Stout this year on both sides of the ball really put out and play very well for the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, Bobby's really shown up on both sides of the ball. I know last year he was, he had some good defensive plays, but he was mainly an offensive weapon. And this year he's really accepted his role that we've asked him to do and done it really well. And I think the position we have him in on defense allows him to use his speed and quickness. And, Bobby's not a small kid. He's 6'2", 190 or 185. And, I think that also puts a little, with our wide receiver crew that we have, it puts a little less pressure on him on the offensive side of the ball. And so defensively, we can use him a little more than maybe they could have in the past.
I think you touched on physicality. I think that's one of the things we're seeing really has increased this year. Your kids are hitting people just a lot harder, it seems like. How do you coach that, especially in a setup now where you are fairly limited on when you can actually make contact with people?
Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the mindset that kids and coaches and the program have, as far as, that's the expectation. Another part I truly do believe is, the old days where you just, as you talked about, where you just practice full contact for 2 hours, those are gone, where I think our kids are really, we really don't hit a whole lot during the week, so by the time we get to Friday, they're pretty geared up to do it.
You had another 100-yard rusher last week, Lane Yellow. It looked really, really good. I'm sure that's one of the things you'll be trying to concentrate on in this game, keep that clock moving a little bit.
Yeah, Lane did a good job for us. The line did a pretty good job picking up their stunts, but even on a few plays where they
they guessed right. They got a good stunt in, or we didn't do our responsibility. Lane, he's been good at, getting yards after contact for us. So, I mean, there was 3 or 4 plays where he was hit at the line and he got 6 or 10 yards after that, carrying guys. So he's really gotten better, I think, every game. And that's really, I think, the offensive line has also gotten more comfortable with what we're trying to do, and that combination's worked out well.
A big win last week, and I think it was a bigger win even more so than for this team, but a big program win and a program that, this one has not ever beaten before. There's not a lot of pressure on you going into this game, to be honest. I mean, who's picking you other than you guys to win this game?
Right. I mean, I think last week was that was a big win for the program because that was a team that, again, we've never beaten. They're typically an upper tier of the Sangamo, and they're a good team. And then we look. I think that really kind of opened some people's eyes where this week no one's picking us, but there is a lot more conversation on what could happen if something does happen as far as Maroa goes. I think people are starting to take us a little more seriously and not just as a 1-and-1 type fluke team. But we got to come out tonight and prove that we belong here.
Well, and I think that's the thing is you're looking for respect in the program. Right. I think it's not unknown that or at least Pittsfield has looked for other opportunities to play in different conferences, and there's not a lot out there right now. So your only option at this point is to get better and compete like you can.
Right, and that's the goal. Is I mean we've talked. They've been talking about trying to switch conferences before, but our goal is right now is to compete in this conference, and we're off to a good start with that. But we also have to show people that we can play in this conference and what it takes to win here, because this conference is a tough one. And so I think as a program, moving forward, we need to really just keep shooting for that upper tier of this conference, and I think we're going to get there.
I think the last thing we'll touch on is, luckily, knock on wood, this is week 4, and you've been able to stay fairly healthy.
Yeah. I mean, we have one player out with COVID, but other than that, physically we're healthy. That's a blessing these days, because you look at a team like Porta, who this will be their first game of the season. North Mac had to miss a game. Teams have had to try to reschedule games and go all over the place and play with. And some teams have had injuries where they haven't been able to play a JV game or stuff like that. So we're sitting pretty good right now, and we knock on wood, we hope that continues through the weekend.
That's Saukees coach Zach Ferguson. We're back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC has been in business since 1995. Brian Dickut Trucking offers hauling of liquid and dry fertilizer, grain, rock, feed, lime, with local and long-distance hauling. Brian Dickut Trucking is located at 1878 East 2100 Street, Camp Point. Call them at 217-257-8302. That's 257-8302. Long dumps, short dumps, hoppers, and tanks. When you need it hauled, trust the experts at Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC in Camp Point. They deliver. Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate, or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. Abney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Abney Home Improvement's 100% satisfaction is what we build our business on.
Pikeland Motors, located on the east side of the square in Pittsfield, is the place to go for your next new or used vehicle purchase. Plus, they have great service after the sale. Call Pikeland Motors at 285-2196. And after your trip to Pikeland with that new vehicle, head on down to the Riverbank in Florence. Great steak night every Thursday night. The drinks are cold, the food is hot at the Riverbank in Florence, on the banks of the Illinois River, and sometimes in it. Thanks to Doug Daniel and Riverbank and Pikeland Motors for sponsoring tonight's broadcast.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Applying for a loan, well, it's never been easier than it is right now with your friends at Great Rivers Bank. Log on to greatriversbank.bank and find out how easy it is. You can be approved right there from the comfort of your own living room, dining room, bedroom, wherever you'd like to be. You can log on from your computer or cellular device to greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender. Thanks to Saukee coach Zach Ferguson for the chat prior to tonight's homecoming contest against this Maroa Forsyth squad. And Thomas holds alongside, and you know, something you have noticed over the last decade plus really is you get a new coach that comes into a program, and if they don't have success right away, people want to move on to a new coach. Josh Jostis started back in 2000, 2001. They were 1-8 that year. Then they went 4-5, 1-8, 4-5, and since that point, they've won no less than 9 games. A couple state championships. 6 times they finished the runner-up, and are 3-0 already on this season. And this Maroa Forsyth program, pretty solid in 2A now. They kind of used to be back on that bubble 1A, 2A. Pretty solid 2A program. Is one that has been dominant over the years, and we've seen them run into some of our friends from the WIBC back when they were 1A, and Maroa usually came out the better in those matchups as well. So this is a program that expects to win every time they step on the field. They expect to win the conference. They expect to win in the playoffs each and every year, and the Saukees have their hands full here tonight, but they have some momentum in their direction as far as the program headed the right way. A first win against an Auburn Trojan program last week, and 2-1 on the year. So trying to make this a competitive contest would be a big step in the right direction for the Saukee program. They did not play, Maroa and the Saukees did not play in the spring season, as the Sangamo Conference with the 6-game matchup tried to make everything a little more competitive across the board. So those two did not see one another, so it's been a while since they have played against one another, nearly 2 years, and of course a lot of names, faces, and personnel have changed since the last time these two teams met up. But I remember the last trip I think we took to Maroa Forsyth, it was 60-0 Maroa at halftime, and I'm not so sure it couldn't have been 100-0 at that point. And the Saukees really didn't have a lot of fire in them that night. I'm hoping, cautiously optimistic that this squad will come out with a little more fire, but a lot of it to beating this Trojan squad comes to containing the big plays. They've got playmakers all over the field, and their team speed is definitely, as you heard Coach Ferguson talk about, has been something that they've bought into as a program, and what makes them so formidable each and every year. You don't always necessarily get the size, but the speed is always there for this Maroa Forsyth squad, and it doesn't happen on accident. It's something they definitely put a lot of emphasis on. In the WIBC tonight in the North, it's Beardstown at Tropia. That game actually taking place tomorrow. Camp Point Central's at home against Brown County in a battle of 2 undefeated teams. Route will host Minden Unity tomorrow. So a couple of Saturday games taking place in the WIBC North. In the WIBC South this week, you'll see the likes of Carrollton at North Green. Greenfield Northwestern is at Calhoun, and Pleasant Hill travels to Winchester to take on the undefeated West Central Cougars. The Saukee Marching Band, under the direction of Justin Bangert, has taken the field. They'll have our national anthem here at Glenn C. Smith Field. A good crowd forming. Hopefully some more folks will make their way through the gates tonight in preparation for this homecoming matchup against the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. We'll pause for a timeout on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Hear from some of the sponsors helping to make this evening and every game possible for you on Central Illinois Sports. We'll take a look at the starting lineups for both teams coming up next.
Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy. Griffin Signs in Time is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the right direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition to potential customers. Put the right sign in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Quincy, call 217-228-7470. Western Illinois FCA presents Tasha Layton in concert at the First Christian Church in South Jacksonville on October 1st at 7 p.m. Entry fee is free. There'll be a free will offering for Western Illinois FCA. Come out and hear and enjoy Tasha Layton, October 1st in South Jacksonville at the First Christian Church at 7 p.m. It's time to say Pepsi, please, at your local county market. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market, your best value for delicious drinks to get ready for every game. Stop by your local county market to pick up your favorite Pepsi products today. Stock up for your next family get-together. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market for the best price around on all your Pepsi products. You love them and they've got them at County Market. Stop by today and say Pepsi, please, at your local county market.
Just because your kids are back to school doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your fitness routine. Illini Fitness is now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you're a busy parent, college student, night owl, or early riser, our hours now fit your schedule. Call to find out about our affordable memberships at 285-5635 or learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org/fitness. Illini Fitness, located at 128 West Washington Street in Pittsfield.
Where do you go before the game, during the game, or after the game? It's Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point. They invite you to stop by after the game tonight. They'll have a limited menu of food for 30 minutes after the game. Join them on Mondays 4 to 11, kitchen open till 9. Closed Tuesdays. Wednesdays they feature smoked meat. Try the wings, the best around. For a cold drink and great food, it's Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point on the south side of the track. Stop by before the game, during the game, or after the game at Jersey's in Camp Point.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. With our many locally owned businesses, great variety of restaurants, historic sites, and recreational opportunities, there's truly something for everyone. While visiting, make sure to check out Lake Pittsfield for great fishing, boating, and camping opportunities, and check out the Disc Golf Course. Mayor Gary Mendenhall and the citizens of Pittsfield are excited to see you on your next visit to Pittsfield, Illinois.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. Nice job by the Pittsfield High School Marching Band with our national anthem and the school song here tonight in preparation of this matchup between the Saukees and the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. We'll take a look at starters for both of these squads for you in just a moment. Brought to you by Illini Express. Illini Express is open on the south side of the square in Pittsfield for walk-in medical care when you need it. They're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. Learn more about their offerings and their services by visiting IlliniHospital.org. Well, for Maroa Forsyth, they are 3-0 on the season, and up front this evening at the center spot is Rob Gentle. He is a 6', 155-pound senior. At the left guard, Cody Harbin, this 5'8", 230-pound senior, and Kasim Jatoy is the left tackle. He's a 5'9", 193-pound senior. At the right guard, Andrew Munjoy. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 237 pounds. And Zachary Clifton starts at the right tackle. He's 5'11", 160 pounds, and a senior. At the wideout positions this evening, Aiden Reiser. He's a 5'10", 190-pound junior. Also, Braxton Mitchell, the 5'6", 140-pound sophomore. Egan Franzen, he's 6', 155 pounds, and a senior. And Jacob Blunk, he's a 5'7", 151-pound junior. Cade Culp will be the running back this evening, the 5'6", 165-pound senior. And the quarterback is Caden Maurer. Maurer is a sophomore, 5'5", 130 pounds. And the third opponent that we've seen have a sophomore quarterback on the season. Riverton had a senior. Everybody else the Saukees have played have had a sophomore signal caller. For the Saukees, they're 2-1 on the season. And up front this evening at center is Tracer Mound, the 6', 230-pound sophomore. At the left guard, Jaron White. He's 6'2", 240 pounds and a freshman. The left tackle is Nathan Gunder, the 6', 260-pound senior. Mason Davis is at right guard. He's 5'10", 175 pounds. And Caden Hittner is starting at the right tackle spot. And Caden Hittner is a 5'10", 230-pound senior. At the wideout positions, J.J. Petty, the 5'10", 150-pound senior. Mason Farrago, the 5'5", 150-pound senior. And Elijah Leonard, the 5'9", 155-pound junior. They'll join Bobby Stout, who's a 6'2", 190-pound senior. Lane Elliott is looking for his third consecutive game with 100 yards rushing. He's a 5'10", 185-pound junior. And Weston McAllister, starts as the signal caller for the Saukees, the 6'2", 160-pound junior. That's a look at our starting lineups. We'll be ready to kick off this contest. Homecoming night for the Saukees against Maroa Forsyth. You're right next on Central Illinois Sports.
TJ's Truck Service is proud to serve the area with a complete truck hauling service. They offer grain, rock, fertilizer, seed, and liquid fertilizer hauling for you. TJ's Truck Service Incorporated would like to wish the Panthers a safe and successful season and recognize the senior boys and coaching staff for their leadership and hard work. TJ's Truck Service Incorporated for the long haul and the short one too, 217-617-6667. For all those hard-working diesel engines and combines, tractors, and trucks, Logan Ag recommends PowerMax Premium Diesel Fuel. Logan Ag PowerMax Diesel is packed with multifunctional additives which help clean the fuel system, extend filter life, add lubricity, and restore horsepower. You might even notice reduced fuel consumption. You get it all in Logan PowerMax Premium Diesel. Logan Ag, serving agriculture since 1962. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of the time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game on Central Illinois Sports. For all your investment needs, call Derek Harris at 217-222-7173 or stop by the office at 1891 Main Street, Quincy. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Welcome back. Thanks to Great Rivers Bank, as always, for being our pregame sponsor here on Central Illinois Sports. Again, with locations in Pittsfield, Liberty, and Barry, they're the place to go for all of your banking needs. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Saukees will be in the home red uniforms with the red pants tonight. Maroa Forsyth in the visiting white uniforms, blue numbers, and black trousers for this evening. A little bit warmer night for football than what we've seen the past few weeks. And it'll be cooler before you know it. Felt a little more like fall earlier in the week, but it heated right back up in a hurry as we're at about 85 degrees here before game time, and a very, very still night as the flag is not really moving much in the west side of the field here at Glenn C. Smith Field. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Trash Queen. They're serving Pike Adams, Scott Morgan, and the surrounding areas with residential, commercial, and roll-off services. They offer 10-yard, 15-yard, and 20-yard roll-off containers. 217-320-4320 for Trash Queen. They've already conducted the coin flip. Maroa Forsyth will start tonight with the football. And J.J. Petty and the kicking team will take the field here momentarily as Maroa makes their way to their sideline with the flags from every branch of the military, it looks like. Also the police and firefighter flag. Maybe one for the state of Illinois as well. Lots of flags. And in the words of Six Flags, more fun. Hey, Bowlers Universe, they did a tremendous job hosting the bonfire last night. What a great event that was. Stop by and don't just thank them. Spend your money by hanging out for an evening or 7 at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. They are open Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Saturdays 4 to midnight. Many menu items, burgers, fries, specialty pizzas. They've got a lot of great craft beers on tap for you as well. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield. Clint Vineyard is the referee tonight. His crew is ready to go, donning the stripes. And it's been a problem this season. We've talked about it a couple of times. Just finding referees to work games has been an issue at times. And a lot of teams have had to see games moved to Saturday matchups. So we'll have to see if that affects the Saukee program. It has not so far. But we'll have to see if they're able. I know there's still one date on their schedule. I believe they're still looking for possibly some officials. Thomas Hull's alongside tonight on the stats and color commentary. Jacob Hull is our cameraman this evening. He and the PCS Braves baseball team will be in action tomorrow at Pleasant Plains to take on Morrisonville in the regional semifinal. And so good luck to the young Braves. Backbeat for Maroa Forsyth. Looks to be Mason Penelegan, I believe. I can't get him to turn this way for me. Petty is ready to go. Also, we see LaRon McLeod back deep for Maroa Forsyth. Petty's got his hand in the air. He's got the whistle from the official, and we've got high school football on Central Illinois Sports. A kick that's going to head toward the end zone. It'll bounce into the end zone, and Maroa Forsyth will start 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line to start the night, as Petty, with a long kick, forces the touchback. So Petty's kicking has been a weapon. We saw him put one through the uprights last week with the field goal unit. And those special teams seem like they get overlooked a lot at the high school level, but man, oh man, they are ever so important. So here comes Caden Maurer and company for Maroa Forsyth. They'll split a single receiver to the left-hand side, one man to the right, and have a single back in the backfield in Cade Culp. Maurer, the sophomore quarterback, stands about 4 yards deep. Culp now shouting out some instructions. He wants the tight end to move from the left side to the right side, and big Aiden Reiser. They'll run the option play now as the quarterback, Maurer, has it, and he might be gone, folks. 45-50, 45-40. He's pulling it away, and that'll be a touchdown on the first play of the game. They ran the option. The quarterback kept it, cut it upfield, and takes it 80 yards to the house, but not before a penalty flag. Maybe calling this one back. Let's wait and see. There is laundry on the field, and the indication is going to be holding against the Trojans. So that will be a 10-yard penalty and negate the touchdown. But, Thomas, we heard Zach Ferguson talk about prior to the game that Maurer could scoot a little bit, and he really ran away from everybody that time.
Yeah, cutting down on the big play for the Saukees will be really important tonight. They have a lot of athletes. Maroa will always have a lot of athletes. So cutting down on those big plays, those 40-yard plays, those 80-yard plays like we just saw will definitely benefit the Saukees.
They're going to set the ball. The flag was at about the 18-yard line, so it'll be half the distance, so the ball will be back at the 9. So this will be 2nd down, and they've got to get to the 30. So 2nd and 21, or 1st, excuse me, and 21. That play is acting like it didn't happen. Trips right, 2 receivers to the left. Maurer is in the shotgun. He draws the Saukees off sides, and they'll get 5 yards back there. I guess they should at least. Now they said they did not cross the line of scrimmage. They'll check the wristbands and run the play now. Maurer from his own 5. Quick throw to the left-hand side. Hits Culp. They make him miss. He'll run over a man and is drugged down up across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A gain on the play of 7 yards on the pass to Culp. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 14. 2nd and 14 from their own 16-yard line for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. Now Culp is in the backfield. They'll go in a hurry. Maurer is the quarterback, pitches it out to Culp. Culp's got some running room out in front across the 20, 25, 30. Now he's down the sideline at the 50, and he may run away. 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and a touchdown for Maroa. No flags on the field this time, and the Trojans this time take the ball for, let's see, they started at their own 16. That's 84 yards for a touchdown at the 11:06 mark of the first quarter to make it 6-0 Maroa Forsyth. So Culp with a big run. Trojans on top 6-0, and they'll be on for the extra point attempt. The kicker this evening for the Trojans, I believe, is Mason Hagelon. The snap is coming. It's a little high. The holder gets it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and that makes it 7-0 Trojans. Maroa Forsyth strikes first. 11:06 to play in the first. 7-0 over the Saukees. Back with you after this.
Press Yours on You would like to thank everyone in our community for your support in the past 15 years. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space with spirit wear for Unity Mustangs, Liberty Eagles, Brown County Hornets, and our hometown Central Panthers. Businesses, let us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. We are excited to now offer lasered hat patches. With limitations on attendance to local sporting events, we are excited to help bring you this game. Press Yours on You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
Well, it didn't take the Trojans very long, just 3 plays, and with 11:06 to play in the first, they have a 7-0 advantage on top of the Pittsfield Saukees. They've shown the speed here in the early going, and the Saukees will have to do a better job. You know, they ran the option that time. They took out the quarterback, but somebody didn't have their assignment as Culp went down the sideline, and he was gone. And good downfield blocking by this Maroa Forsyth outfit. William Hoffman will have it teed up, ready to kick off. A 5'11", 175-pound senior for the Trojans from his 40. Back deep is Marco Ballinger for the Saukees, near his own 5. Hoffman ready to go. He'll put his foot into this one. It is a line drive kick, and they'll say somebody was off sides, and this will be a 5-yard penalty against Maroa. It'll back it up. Their second penalty of the night. They had a hold earlier, but somebody got out in front of the kicker, Hoffman, and the official on the far side says not so fast, and so they'll move the ball back to the 35 and kick it off again there. It is a game of field position, that is for sure. And so the Saukees have to take advantage of a little bit of this miscue by Maroa Forsyth. 11:06 to play in the first. 7-0 Trojans on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 320-4320 for Trash Queen. Hoffman's ready to go again. He gets the whistle from the official. Everybody says we're not going to get offsides again. He puts his foot into this one. An end-over-end kick. Ballinger will retreat to his 6 and take this one. 10, 15, 20-yard line. Meets some resistance. Breaks through the middle for a moment across the 30. Out near the 33-yard line. And that's where the Saukees will start 1st and 10 at their own 30. They're going to call it the 34, in fact, with 11:06 to play in this game's opening quarter for their first drive of the night. Well, if you're Pittsfield, you want to keep the ball on the offensive side as long as you can, because you saw Maroa Forsyth can score in a hurry. We'll have a long drive here. And of course, cut down on any of the giveaways. McAllister is in the shotgun for the Saukees. 2 wide to either side. He'll give the ball off. That's to Yelliott, running along the left-hand side across the 35, out near the 37-yard line. Call it the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 6 from the 38. So a nice job over the left side of things with the freshman guard in Jaron White and the senior Gunder on that left side. McAllister again in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. He's 6 yards deep and is back to pass. Looking for the quick hitter in Farrago. Farrago gets the catch and is taken down immediately at the 40-yard line. Big hit there by Maroa Forsyth. Kyle Campbell, the 6-foot senior, out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and this will bring up a 3rd down. And 4 here. That was a short 2 yards, wasn't it? So 3rd down and 4 from their own 40. 10-13 and counting in the first. Every game has big times in it. This is already a big situation for the Saukees. You do not want to give Maroa the ball back this quickly. Now they'll put Farrago in motion left to right. They'll bring the house. They'll give it off to Elliott. Not much running room there. In fact, they'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. No gain, no loss, and this will bring up a 4th down and 4. So the Trojans showed blitz, and they were true to their word that time, and that'll force the Saukees to punt with just under 10 minutes to play in the game's opening quarter. Petty will be the punter. Back deep here for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans is Caden Maurer. Very rarely do you see the quarterback go back and receive punts, but man, this kid can move. And I'm going to tell you, a kid like that in wide open territory can be dangerous, and that's why he's there. Petty will put his foot into this one. It's an end-over-end kick, headed toward the sideline. Takes a nice Saukee bounce, goes out of bounds around the 25. They'll mark it right at the 24, and that's where the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at their own 24 with 9:20 to play in the first. It'll be 1st and 10, Maroa Forsyth. So the Saukee drive lasts shorter than 2 minutes, and the Trojan offense right back out onto the field. The Pike County Express is your local family-owned newspaper. They've been serving Pike County since 1991. Check them out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. 9:20 to play in the opening quarter. Maurer is in the shotgun. Culp stands to his right, 2 wide to either side. Maurer's not a big young man. He fakes the pass. Now he's got some pressure, avoids the rush, steps into the throw. It's completed along the sideline where he's taken out of bounds. That's Egan Franzen. Franzen out to the 32. A gain of 8 on the pass to Franzen. This brings up a 2nd and 2 from the 32. Quick to the line are the Trojans. Clock stops as the man went out of bounds at the 9:13 mark of this first quarter. There goes the towel from Culp. Maurer wipes his hands, calls for the ball, throws to his left. It's a quick hitter on the left side. Jacob Blunk is the man, and Blunk is gone. In the blink of an eye, there he goes. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. The Saukees didn't keep contained, and Blunk with a second big play of the contest. That's a 68-yard pass on a little quick hitter to the receiver and makes it 13-0 Trojans. So just in the blink of an eye, Maroa Forsyth's out to a 2-score lead with 9:01 to play in the first quarter. And here comes the kicking team back out onto the field for the extra point attempt. Mason Penhaligan was good the last time. Plenty of leg, it looked like. Maurer is the holder. The hold is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good as it sneaks inside the left upright and makes it 14-0 Maroa Forsyth. 9:01 to play in the first. 2-score lead now for the Trojans. Back after this.
Plumbing has big news for our area. They're now offering HVAC services through B&R Electrical, heating and cooling. They offer all types of HVAC services on all units. B&R Electrical can also service commercial refrigeration units, freezers, coolers, and more. Phone 217-285-2856. That's 285-2856. B&R Electrical HVAC services, a part of Damon Plumbing. If you're not, they'll make you cool.
In the blink of an eye, it's a 14-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth as they have a 2-play drive this time that results in a 68-yard catch and run by Jacob Blunk, the 5'7", 151-pound junior. And it's 14-0 Trojans. An enrollment of 372 for Maroa Forsyth. That's growing. And it's very easy to see why the same coach coaches football and track, isn't it? Here's the kickoff by Hoffman, and on an end-over-ender, it's going to be taken by, I believe that's Petty at around his own 10. 15, 20-yard line, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, far sideline, 40, 45, where he's drugged down. And J.J. Petty with a nice return, just shy of the 45, but about the 43. And that's where the Saukees will take over 1st and 10 with 8:52 to play in the first. So a nice return by Petty, sets the Saukees up in good field position. Let's see if they can't get their feet under them on the offensive side this time. They were 3 and out the last time in a drive that took less than 2 minutes. They're 1st and 10 from their own 42 with Farrago and Petty out to the left. Now the center, Mowen, is late getting on. They'll split Stout out to the left as well. Farrago's in the shotgun, calls for the snap, high snap. They'll hand it off to Elliott. No blocking there as the linebacker came through untouched. He's taken down back at the 38-yard line. A loss of 5 on the play. And this will bring up a 2nd down and 15 from the 38. I mean, that linebacker, nobody touched him as he blitzed right through the A-gap. To the left of the center, Aiden Reiser came through that time, the 5'10", 190-pound junior. And he introduced himself to Lane Elliott. 8:24 and counting to the first. McAllister in the shotgun, 2 wide to either side. Calls for the snap, back to pass. Fakes, now going downfield looking for Petty, and it's well overthrown. It's an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock and make it a 3rd and 15 as that ball was well overthrown for J.J. Petty. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Call Damon Emmerich at 217-285-4404. It's 3rd and 15 for the Saukees from their own 38. Clock stop as the incomplete pass hit the turf. 8:12 to play in the first quarter. 3rd and long. See if the Trojans want to bring some pressure here on McAllister. It's a hard count. He does have a backer blitzing. Another hard look at it. Now looks to the sideline with 8 seconds on the play clock. 5, 4. Here he comes, 2. He will get the snap off in time. A little bit of a high snap. They'll set up a screen. They have Elliott. There's a penalty flag, though. Another flag flies. Elliott takes the ball across the 50. The ball comes loose. A lot of bodies flying for it. A lot of flags in the backfield. The Saukees do recover up near the Maroa 49, but let's see what these penalty flags are for. It looks like a couple of opportunities for a hold here. The official will tell us it's holding against the Saukees. Both flags are against Pittsfield, it appears. And so instead of a 4th and short from around midfield, it's going to be 3rd and about a half a mile now for the Saukees. We'll play with 3 to play in the first. Right idea, though. The Trojans were bringing a lot of pressure. They had the screen set up well. It netted nice yardage of about 13 yards, but the hold will take it back on a 10-yard penalty. to the Saukees 28-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, third. And, well, they've got to get to the other team's 47. It's third and 20 plus, isn't it, John?
So you're saying there's a chance.
McAllister's in the shotgun. He takes the snap, back to pass, looking deep for Petty, down the field. It is an incomplete pass. Ball well defended that time by Braxton Mitchell. He and Petty were the only two out there, and Braxton Mitchell, the little 5'6", 140-pound sophomore, covered well that time. An incomplete pass will stop the clock with 7:57 to play in the first, and the Saukees will punt for the second time on the evening. So a drive that started at the 8:52 will end around the 7:57 mark. Again, offensive series that don't take very long and give Maroa Forsyth multiple offensive opportunities to score. Petty will punt it this time. Again, Maurer is back deep. They'll punt it right down the middle of the field. Now it's headed more toward the sideline. Maurer's going to pick it up at around his own 29-yard line, and he's going to be missing a tackle. There's a block in the back. Maurer takes a hit, and it'll be a block in the back of the penalty flag at about the 28, so this is going to move it back to about the 18-yard line. And so Maroa Forsyth will start first and 10 at their own 18 with 7:45 to play in the first. Up 14-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Jeremiah Jackson was the first man down there to get a hit on him. They set the ball at the 30, so in fact they'll move it back to around the 20, I guess, and that's where we'll start the Trojans. First and 10 at their own 20 with 7:45 to play in the first. It'll be first and 10. Maroa Forsyth.
10-yard penalty will be first and 10.
They did move it to the 18. Look at that.
On 18-yard line.
Right the first time. First and 10 from the 18. The Trojans have had a 3-play drive and a 2-play drive for a score. Let's see if the Saukees can't slow them a little bit here. Two receivers to the right, a single man to the left-hand side as the quarterback Maurer's in the shotgun. He'll hand it off to Cope. Cope makes a man miss, trips up the line of scrimmage. Taken down near the 20, a short gain of 2 on the play. And it'll bring up a second down and 8 from the 20. Cope that time made a man miss in the backfield. He's got some good quickness. They'll fake the handoff to him. Now throw it to the man on the flats. This is Aiden Reiser. Reiser steps out of bounds, shy of the 30, call it the 28-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play, and this should be very close to a first down. Call it an 8-yard pickup to Reiser. And they'll call it third and very short here for the Trojans. We'll keep those two, by the way, if they do get a first. So it's third and less than a yard. Maurer's in the shotgun, puts a man in motion right to left. He'll pitch it to the motion man and Blunk. Blunk looking for the corner on the outside. Now steps in, goes back out, gets the first down, taken down near the 32-yard line. A gain on the play of 4 yards and enough for a Trojan first down from their own 32. So their first down of the evening, as the other drives, they've gotten big plays that have ended in touchdowns. Quick to the line of scrimmage, Maurer and company, 7:13 and counting in the first. Saukees look like they're going to show pressure. They'll fake the handoff. They'll throw it downfield. In the middle of the field, they've got it to Egan Franzen. Franzen on a sprint, outruns his man and goes for another big score. This time it's from the 32. It's a 68-yard pass to Franzen. And the second 68-yard pass of the night. And the third touchdown of the first quarter. In fact, the first 5 minutes of this game go to Maroa Forsyth. They lead 20-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Franzen was right over the middle. The pass was a little high, but he did a nice job to reach up and grab it. The 6-foot, 155-pound senior, and then he was off to the races. Here comes the extra point attempt. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up. The kick splits the uprights, and it's 21-0. Maroa Forsyth. Trojans rolling early. 7 minutes to play in the first. Maroa Forsyth 21, Saukees nothing. Back after this on Central Illinois Sports.
To be thinking about tax planning, you can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Carls, Nathan Jansen, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
Did you know that PCRE Real Estate and Auction now offers a full-service auction alternative? Farmland, residential real estate, commercial real estate, estates, guns, antiques, farm equipment, and commercial equipment are a few examples that the experienced auction team is ready to assist you with. Our team can make the auction experience less stressful and smooth. Check out our next auctions at our new auction location at 500 Piper Lane in Pittsfield, or call 217-430-2985 and speak with Jason Duke to learn more.
Well, Hoffman's ready to go. He's got the ball teed up. He will kick it deep to the Saukees, and back to get it is J.J. Petty around his own 6. Across the 10, 15-yard line. Makes a man miss at the 20. There's a penalty flag that flies in, and this is going to be against the Saukees, I would assume, on a hold. Up near the 22-yard line, and so this will move it back some. We'll wait for the official to give us the official signal, and he tells us it is an illegal block in the back against the Saukees. That flag is at about the 24-yard line. Caught the 25, so the Saukees will start at their own 15 after this 10-yard penalty. So deep in their own territory, have not been able to move the ball with much success yet on the evening. And things not going well here on homecoming for the Saukees. Who chooses to play a program like this on homecoming? 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right-hand side as McAllister is in the shotgun. He takes the snap, back to pass, looking down the middle of the field. It's overthrown, nearly intercepted. He threw it too high for Bobby Stout. Incomplete pass will stop the clock and bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 15. Stout had a big game last week against Auburn on both sides of the ball. And we've not heard from much from anybody on the defensive side yet for the Saukees, as Maroa scored pretty quickly all 3 times they've had it. McAllister again in the shotgun, trips left this time. He'll call for the snap, hand the ball off, no keep it himself, and he spins away from a would-be tackler, now shovels the ball downfield and will just throw it away. An incomplete pass. Will they say that they had a man in the vicinity there? I don't know, boys. Referee coming over, I think, to make sure that wasn't intentional grounding. We'll say it was not. It's an incomplete pass. Again, stops the clock, and it's 3rd and 10 from their own 15. 6:42 to play in the opening quarter on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Trojans lead by 3 scores. McAllister in the shotgun, trips left, single receiver right is Elijah Leonard. McAllister is back to pass. Rolls out, throws it downfield, looking for Stout. Has him at around the 25-yard line where he's ripped down. That'll be enough for a Saukee first down out to the 26. So an 11-yard pickup on 3rd and 10, and the first down of the evening for the Saukees on the 11-yard reception by the senior Bobby Stout. So a fresh set of downs from their own 26. But you like to see them convert, not give Maroa Forsyth the ball right back so quickly. Now you don't have to be, I don't think, for the Saukees in a big hurry. Milk that clock a bit, but they're right up to the line with 20 seconds on the play clock. They'll put Farrago in motion. They'll hand it to him on the end-around play, looking for running room. Now he's going to try to reverse and come all the way back across the field. Nice job by the defensive man as Farrago takes it out to the 29. It's a 3-yard gain. But a really nice job of the defensive man, Kyle Campbell. He stayed home, he stayed home, he stayed home. He said there's no cutback here. And just a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7 for the Saukees on Farrago's first run of the night. You don't see that type of discipline often in high school football. You'll see a guy that wants to go chase the ball all the way on the other side, and then that guy reverses field, and there's nobody there, and it could have been a big play. As it is a 3-yard gain, the Saukees now will bring everybody in tight here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, but everybody's within shouting distance of the tackles at least. The quarterback, McAllister's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Looking for somewhere to throw it. He hits Farrago on a short route. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss, and this will bring up a 3rd and 7 from the 29. Just a little over halfway through the first quarter. In fact, almost 7 minutes into the game. It's 21-0 Maroa Forsyth on Central Illinois Sports. 5:13 and counting in the first, and the Saukees again face a 3rd and a long, not quite as long as before, but a 3rd and 7 here from inside their own 30. McAllister's in the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. Marks out the signals, calls for the snap. He's back to pass. Three-man rush. Steps up, avoids the pressure, throws in the middle of the field. That's to Stout again. He's got another nice catch across the 40, out to the 44. And the Saukee first down. A 15-yard pickup this time to Bobby Stout. So again, they find their go-to man, and it's 1st and 10 from the 44 with 4:45 and counting in the first. On a little life from the guys in red right now. See, checking into the contest, Marco Ballinger. He and Petty are split wide left. Stout and Farrago, I believe, are the receivers on the right-hand side at the moment for Pittsfield. McAllister's in the shotgun on the 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz. Saukees pick it up. McAllister steps up, throws, has his man on the right side. Across the 50, inside Maroa Forsyth territory to the 45. I believe that's Elijah Leonard on the catch. Wearing the number 4 tonight, Elijah Leonard, the junior, takes it to the 45. That's another Saukee first down as they pick up. Let's see, 6 on one and 5 on the other, 11 yards, Thomas, on the first pass catch of the night by Leonard. And the Saukees are in Trojan territory. 3:57 and counting in the first. That's not Stout. It's definitely Leonard. They'll put Stout in motion now. They'll fake it to him on the end around. They hand off, a late handoff to Lane Elliott, and Trojans again were blitzing and find the right spot. He'll lose a couple of yards back to the 47, a 2-yard loss, and this will bring up a 2nd down and 12 from the 47. 3:33 and counting in the first. Running yards have been hard to come by tonight. Leonard and Stout are split wide right. Farrago and Petty to the left. McAllister's in the shotgun, stands near the big P at the middle of the field at Glenn C. Smith Field, home of the Saukees. Here come the linebackers on a blitz. McAllister trying to roll out. He throws it up for grabs, and it's picked off. Intercepted here by Maroa Forsyth's Kyle Campbell. There was also a holding penalty. That will be turned down, and it's intercepted, returned to the 47-yard line, where the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at their own 47. So Campbell stepped in front of that pass. The 6', 173-pound senior. We saw him have a big hit earlier in this evening. And this time he's got an interception. McAllister has not thrown too many bad balls. He took a pretty good shot on that one, though. And Maroa Forsyth takes over 1st and 10 at their own 47 with 3:07 to play in the first. The Saukees want a timeout. We'll pause as well. 3:07 to play first quarter, 21-0. The Trojans on top. Back with you after this.
Pike Feeds is a locally owned and operated feed mill in Pittsfield. We know and understand the passion you have for your livestock. That's why for the past 30 years, we've served our customers with quality products such as premixes, supplements, and complete feeds for multiple livestock species. Pike Feeds in-house nutritionists will create a nutritional program to ensure maximum performance of your operation. Stop by 1250 West Washington Street, Pittsfield, or call 217-285-5656.
This is Cammie and Joe. They are the sales force for Cascom Business and Residential Services. You may see them in your community, offering deals and services from Cascom. At Cascom, we understand your concerns about potential scams. Our courteous and professional sales team will always present identification when visiting with you. If for any reason you have questions or concerns, please contact us at 1-800-252-1799.
Thanks, and we'll be seeing you.
Come the Trojans after taking over on the interception. 1st and 10 from their own 27. They'll pitch at the Colt left side. Has some blockers out in front. He lets the blockers get out and set up, and now he has a burst of speed and is near the 1st down marker. They're going to mark him right at about the 1st down stick. So we'll call it a 10-yard gain, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Trojans now from the Saukee 43-yard line. Farrago on the stop for Pittsfield, but a really nice job by Culp. He knew he had 2 linemen getting out there. You see a lot of guys that want to rush out in front of those linemen, but he's like, hey, set up those blocks. I get hit less. They'll put a man in motion. It's the big boy Campbell. He's coming to the right-hand side, has blockers himself. Kyle Campbell cuts back and is taken down now. And near the 32-yard line. Again, it'll be a 1st down on an 11-yard pass reception by Campbell. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans on yet another 1st down for Maroa Forsyth. Those are adding up a little bit here now as they have converted 2 on this drive alone. Mauer's in the shotgun, trips left. He'll put Culp in motion out to the right-hand side. Fakes the little swing pass, comes back to the left. That's to Blunk. Blunk makes a man miss, and he runs by everyone. He's going to go for his second score of the night. Jacob Blunk with a catch and go, and the 5'7", 151-pound junior takes it from 32 yards out on the pass from Maurer, and the Forsyth Trojans lead 27-0. You get athletes in space, and they can make things happen, and Maroa Forsyth has athletes, and they are in space more than Jeff Bezos has been. 2:30 to play in the first. And here comes the kicking team on for the extra point try here. Mason Penhaligon, he's a senior. He plays basketball. It'd be a lot to get in. A pass to Penhaligon. He'll kick this one through the uprights again. He's been good so far. Makes it a 28-0 lead for the Trojans. Back with you after this.
Hi, I'm Tammy Brewer. My husband and I are the owner and operators of Nucci's Bar and Restaurant. At Nucci's, we feature salmon, steaks, burgers, sandwiches, all Italian specialties made from our own recipes. You are guaranteed a high-quality, delicious meal every time you visit. People come from all over to dine in. We have live music on the weekends, which adds to the relaxing environment here. You can check out our Facebook page for our entertainment schedule. We recently opened a second business, Brewed Coffee House and Eatery. There we offer handcrafted beverages like lattes and macchiatos and cappuccinos. And we also specialize in paninis and salads and subs. And we even have ice cream. We're excited to provide another restaurant that serves the needs of our community. Come on down. We look forward to serving you.
Hoffman's got it teed up, ready to go, and it's a line drive kick headed toward the end zone, and that's where it'll bounce, and the Saukees will start 1st and 10 at their own 20, trailing 28-0 with 2:30 to play still in the first quarter. Central Illinois Sports is where you watch this game tonight. We've also got Camp Point Central and Brown County in a WIBC North game and a battle of two state-ranked teams in a 1A. That's the thing about this Maroa Forsyth squad. If the Saukees were ever able to get into a playoff position, they're in the same class as Maroa Forsyth, 2A now. In fact, Pittsfield is now the smallest school other than Athens in the Sangamo Conference, believe it or not. 1st and 10 from their own 20 for the Saukees. McAllister's in the shotgun, trips right. Marks out the signals. He is back to pass. Little four-man rush. Throws to the right. Has his man, Bobby Stout. Makes a man miss. Now trying to turn it upfield. Gets outside at the 30. 35-yard line. Shoved out of bounds. Out near the 37, and that's where the Saukees will have a fresh set of downs after the 17-yard catch and scamper by Bobby Stout. And another Saukee first down at their own 37. Bobby's had a nice couple catches tonight, Tom.
Yeah, Bobby's he's looking very athletic as usual. He's looked very good. The yards after catches is going to be important for him this evening.
2:18 and counting in the first. Trips right. Single man to the left is J.J. Petty. They like to isolate him out there a little bit. Let's see if they want to throw to him. McAllister's in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Hands it off to Elliott. Good hole up the middle. Gets across the 45 out near the, 40 out to the 44-yard line before he's ripped down. Gain of about 6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4. So a nice little quick hitter up the gut that time. 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain by Lane Yelly. Saukees look to the sideline for the play call. 150 from the counting in this first quarter. 28-0. Maroa Forsyth on top. And the home crowd is pretty quiet right now. Not a lot to cheer about in the early part of this contest. Trips right. McAllister's in the shotgun. Four-man rush. He'll hand the ball off to Yelly. Gets hit near the line of scrimmage. Keeps his feet moving, though. Takes it across the 45 out to the 47-yard line. That's a pickup of 3 on the play, and this should bring up a 3rd and 1. So 3rd and a yard here from the 47-yard line. The Saukees can't convert. They've not been afraid to put McAllister under center here. Now they'll bring the I formation in, and deep in the backfield is Jason McKee. He and Anderson set up back there now. McAllister's under center. Maroa Forsyth, a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. They'll hand the ball off to the first man. That's Anderson. He's got the first down up to the 50-yard line. Nice job by the senior Nate Anderson, a 3-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a Saukee 1st and 10 at the 50. So 1st and 10 right at midfield. Just about where the Saukees were in their last drive before they had the interception. Yeah, they were moving the ball okay then. But just turned it over. Clock running with 50 seconds to play in the first. Saukees look to the sideline for the play call from Coach Ferguson. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left-hand side. McAllister stands 6 yards deep in the backfield with Elliott to his left. The junior quarterback is back to pass, has some pressure, gets hit as he throws, and it's intercepted for the second time tonight. This time it's LaRon McLeod, and McLeod is going to take this one deep into Saukee territory all the way down to the 12. So he intercepted the ball at the 40, took it all the way down to the 12. That's a 48-yard interception returned by McLeod, and will set Maroa Forsyth up deep in Saukee territory. McAllister, I don't know that he knew a man was coming from his left side that time. Took a pretty good shot, and they're going to have to do a better job to keep pressure off of him, because as he was throwing, he got hit, and that pass ended up a little high, and McLeod took it in deep into Saukee territory to the 12. 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. In the shotgun is Maurer. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Culp, going to run right side, makes a man miss, and he's got his touchdown here. He got one called back earlier. This time he takes it to the house from 12 yards out and makes it 34-0 Trojans on a one-play drive with 17.8 seconds to play in the first. 34-0 Maroa Forsyth. And they'll look for the extra point attempt here. This is similar to the last time I watched the Saukees play Maroa Forsyth. They just did not have the answers, speed-wise, for the Trojans. That doesn't bode well for the rest of the Sangamo Conference either. The extra point attempt is blocked, and that will keep the score at 34-0. 17.8 seconds to play in the first. 34-0. Trojans on top. Back up to this.
In a world that seems to be out of control, your friends at First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois want you to know that the hope of God's love reaches out to you. God loves you, and He has a purpose for your life. If you'd like to learn more about this, we invite you to join us at 8 a.m. or at 10:30 on Sunday mornings at 225 North Memorial Street in Pittsfield, or online at fccpittsfield.org, our Facebook page, or our YouTube channel. First Christian Church of Pittsfield, Illinois, a safe place to learn and grow.
Prairie Land FS is locally owned and operated. We proudly serve our neighbors like you with 24-hour service to ensure the comfort of you and your family. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice. Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
17.8 seconds to play in the first. 34-0 is the advantage for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans on top of the Pittsfield Saukees. Hoffman is ready to put his boot into this one. He's had some good kicks tonight. Last one went into the end zone, and this time he will kick it deep again. Ballinger goes back, and he'll take it at about the 3, across the 5-10, across the 15 now, looking for some running room on the outside, makes a man miss in the 15, breaks another tackle, stiff arms a man, and shoved out of bounds near the 20. Going to mark him right at the 20, and flag back at the 16, and you would think that would be in an area of holding or a face mask. Let's wait and see. Referees get together. Heck, we have 2 flags.
We have a hat thrown out as well.
Yeah, we're going to have 2 penalties. He threw the hat as well. The hat's going to be for a late hit. We'll see what the other penalty is about. The referee will tell us that the first foul is he's got his fist in the air like it's a personal foul. It's a personal foul face mask against the Trojans. And then they've got a dead ball personal foul against the Trojans. This is going to be 30 yards and penalties right here. 15 on the live and 15 on the dead ball. As they say, they hit him out of bounds. So instead of the ball being at about the 20, the Saukees are going to get the ball up in midfield. Maroa Forsyth knows that their kids said, we understand what's about to happen here. The ball's at the 30. Or the 50, excuse me, and once they walk off these 30 yards of penalties, that's where the Pittsfield drive will start, right at midfield. 8.8 seconds to play in the first. The reason you get all 30 there, if you're wondering, usually you say, hey, they have to take one or the other. One's a live ball penalty, one's a dead ball. Because they said the dead ball penalty happened out of bounds. That's why you can take both penalties. And the ball's all the way out to the 50. And that's where the Saukees start first and 10 with 8.8 seconds to play in the first. So they've thrown interceptions on each of their last 2 drives, but start with their best field position of the night right here. Down 34-0. In the waning seconds of the first, McAllister stands in the shotgun with 2 wide to either side. He puts Farrago in motion. They will give it off to Yelliott. He'll get hammered in the backfield. They beat the Saukee line once again. And in the backfield quickly were Zachary Clifton and Cody Hardman. They met at the quarterback and sacked the man for a loss of 2. And that's the final play of the first quarter. Saukees will have it 2nd and 12 from near midfield. Why don't we start the second quarter on Central Illinois Sports?
Work, dedication, integrity. The same way a great athlete demands these things for themselves, so is the Little Jess team for over 50 years. We strive daily to meet our community's automotive needs, whether it's buying a new or pre-owned purchase, finding the right part to get the job done, or getting you back on the road when something goes wrong. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
The Cottage Coffee and Soda Shop features all of your favorite specialty espresso drinks. Enjoy over 50 fabulous flavors of Lotus and try the new Soda Mixology with exciting flavor combinations added to your favorite Pepsi product. Come see us at the Cottage Coffee and Soda Shop today.
Welcome back on Central Illinois Sports. After a quarter, it's Maroa Forsyth 34, the Saukees nothing. We told you the Trojans, they're the real deal. And in Class 2A, there was nobody happier about the Maroa Forsyth area growing in population more than the folks who were playing in 1A football because, man, those couple of years Maroa Forsyth dropped down to 1A. It became bad news for a lot of the opponents there. And they're going to be a tough out in 2A. In fact, this year they have gotten rid of the multiplier in the IHSA. Somehow COVID even killed the multiplier. And so there is no multiplier. And you could see Quincy Notre Dame actually be a 2A team rather easily this year. So you're going to see all kinds of things you've never seen before when it comes to the playoffs. And I'm not sure how that works. What COVID has to do with the multiplier. Here's McAllister back to pass for the first play of the second quarter. It's an incomplete pass and intended for Bobby Stout. They're trying to throw for the left hash all the way to the far sideline. Lucky that one wasn't picked off. It'll bring up a 3rd and 12. So 3rd down, 12 yards to go. We can tell you Camp Point Central leads Brown County 8-6 in the first half of their game. And what should be a dandy, both those teams are 3-0 on the season in a WIVC North matchup. 11:55 to play in the second. Clock stopped as the ball hit the ground. 3rd and long. Saukees have had a lot of these situations. They'll throw a quick hitter to Petty on the left side. It's an incomplete pass. As he could not reel it in, it wasn't going to go anywhere. And the Saukees will have a 4th and 12 on a punt.
That'll bring up a 4th and 12.
So 4th down, 12 yards to go. 11:52 to play in the second quarter on the Trash Queen scoreboard. It's Maroa Forsyth 34, the Saukees nothing. And here comes the punt team for the 3rd punt of the night, I believe. 3 punts, 2 interceptions. The Saukees. Petty stands back at his own 36 to punt this one away. Maurer will get a chance to return it. Nope, he calls for the fair catch, and fair catches the ball near the 19-yard line. Caught the 18, and Maroa Forsyth will start 1st and 10 at their own 18 with 11:45 to play in this game's second quarter. So I'll tell you about one of our sponsors here this evening. That's Pike County Concrete. If you need concrete for your next job or project, give Pike County Concrete a call, 217-285-5548. Locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville to better serve you. Maurer's back to pass. He's throwing left. He's got Campbell in the flats. Makes a man miss to the 20-25. Rushes ahead, stretches it out near the 31. And the Trojans will have a 1st and 10 following the 13-yard pass reception by Campbell. Out to their own 31. They're quick to the line of scrimmage, says Maroa Forsyth. Thomas pointed out on their roster, they don't have too many guys, even over 200 pounds. But man, oh man, the team speed is the real deal. Maurer's in the shotgun, puts a man in motion, left to right. Lets him clear through the backfield, calls for the snap. Throwing off to the right-hand side, hits his receiver, and Franzen is going to be spun down, taken down shy of the first down, near the 40-yard line, a gain of 9. It'll be a 2nd and 1 at the 40 on Franzen's second catch of the night. His first catch was a big-time touchdown catch of 68 yards. Here instead, it's just a everyday 9-yard reception near the 40. Trips left, they're bunched to the left-hand side. Maurer will hand the ball off to Culp. Over the left tackle, breaks the tackle, and he will be taken down near the 44-yard line. Enough for a first down for the Trojans on the 5-yard pickup. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line now for Maroa Forsyth. Another first down for the Trojans.
1st and 10 from the 44.
Maurer's in the shotgun. He will hand the ball off to Culp. Big hole right side. Keeps his balance at the 50. Now pulling away at the 40, 35. Drug down near the Saukees, 32. And then there's a penalty flag that flies late, and we'll have to see what that is. As it stands right now, it is a 24-yard pickup, but let's wait and see what the referee tells us. That play came from the backside, so it could be just about anything. Maroa Forsyth says they think it's against them on a hold. And from that spot, it would negate the long run, but it would still be positive yardage on the run for Culp. Referees get together and tell us it is a face mask against Maroa, and you don't see offensive face mask very much. Sometimes on a stiff arm, that guy will reach out and grab that face mask, but most of the time he does it. And they'll put that ball, they'll call it a five-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 1st and 15 from the 39. So the Trojans do have some penalty yards tonight.
1st and 15.
What, 60 yards in penalties, I believe, Tom? Is that right?
60 yards.
60 yards. Maurer's in the shotgun. He's rolling right. The little sophomore evades the rush. He throws near the sideline, hits the receiver. They say the man is able to bring in the catch. That appears to be Aiden Reiser. Reiser up to the 46-yard line. That's a gain of 7. And they'll bring up a 2nd down and 9. Back to pass again is the quarterback Maurer, looking deep down the sideline. Ooh, in and out of the hands of his intended man in Egan Franzen. Franzen nearly had his 2nd long catch of the night. And what do we got here? What's the referee coming to the middle? He's just coming to get the football. Nice of him to do that there. Incomplete pass will stop the clock and bring up a 3rd down and 9. So 3rd and 9, ball resting at their own 46-yard line for the Trojans. 10:42 to play in the 2nd. Maurer is in the shotgun. Quick snap. And around the option out to the left-hand side. Turns it upfield. He's found a hole. And is taken down by a host of Saukees near the Saukee 49. A gain on the play of 4. But a penalty flag flies in here near the 47. And what's this going to be? It's a hold against Maroa Forsyth. The Saukees will back it up here to the 37. So a 10-yard penalty. The Trojans will have a 3rd and long now from their own 37. It'll be 3rd and 17, in fact.
3rd and long from
3rd and 17 from their own 37. 10:31 to play in the 2nd. Trips right. Maurer's in the shotgun. Calls for the ball. He's back to pass. Has pressure. Setting up the screen. They have it to Culp. Culp on the right side with blockers in front. Makes a man miss across the 50. 45, 40, and he may go. 35, 25, 15, and is shoved out of bounds near the 4. Let's say he shoved out of bounds. Spirited effort that time, I believe, by Jeremiah Jackson for the Saukees. Down to the 4-yard line, though. A pickup on the play of 13 on one side, Tom, and 46 on the other is a 59-yard catch on the screen pass, and it's 1st and goal from the 4. Here's the play. They'll hand it up to Culp on the right side. He's got the score. Culp in from 4 yards out. 10 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the 2nd quarter, and it's a 40-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth. So Culp takes it in on the ground this time. If you're wondering about the mercy clock, it doesn't start to the 2nd half. There's still a lot of time left in the 1st half here, 10 minutes and 11 seconds, in fact. And that's enough time for this Maroa Forsyth outfit to score about 4 more touchdowns if they keep it up at this pace. The kicker is number 42 now. I don't have a 42. Not Jackie Robinson Day, but we don't have a 42 on the roster. And so, sorry, we can't give kudos to that young man, but he puts it through the uprights, and it's a 41-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth. 10-11 to play in the second quarter on Central Illinois Sports.
At US Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones with no trade-in or hidden fees. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. Visit Carnes Communications, a U.S. Cellular authorized agent, located at 224 East Washington Street in Pittsfield.
10 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the second quarter. Maroa Forsyth on top, 41-0 on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports. 320-4320 for Trash Queen. Their business is picking up. Hoffman is ready to kick this one off for the Trojans. Having it their way here on a homecoming night for the Saukees. And Hoffman will kick this ball deep. It's going to be taken by Marco Ballinger, I believe that is. He'll rush near the 35-yard line, or 30-yard line, where he kind of lets up there, just shy of the 30, and that's where the Saukees will take over first and 10 at their own 29.
Near the 30-yard line,
didn't necessarily hit the resistance with a burst of speed like we've seen Marco do before. First and 10 from their own 29. And it's not been good for the brand, for the Saukees tonight, has it, Tom?
Haven't been able to get much momentum.
10:04 to play in the second. In the shotgun is the quarterback, Wester McAllister. Scans the defense. Marks out the signals, going to hand it off to Yelliott on the right side, breaks the tackle, going to take it across the 40. Going to have forward progress up to the 41. That'll be enough for a Sauke first down. Wayne Yelliott with his biggest run of the night as he takes it for a 12-yard gain, and it'll be a first and 10 from the 41. One thing you can say about Lane Yelliott is he runs hard. Now, it doesn't matter if he's got three guys sitting him in the backfield, or if he is has a burst of speed like that where he's got a little bit of a gap to work through. He runs hard. And now they're talking to one of the Sauke linemen. That's Mason Davis, and the official having a discussion over here. And they are looking for a mouth guard, possibly. Yeah, I'm not sure what that discussion was about. 9:57 to play in the second. They'll bring Farrago off the field. Saukees go with an I formation to the backfield as Nate Anderson is checked in at fullback. Under center is the quarterback, McAllister. Maroa shows the run blitz. They give it off to the deep back. That's McKee. Jason McKee, wearing the 48, has his first run of the night. A two-run gain on the play, and they'll bring up a 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 from the 43-yard line. So good to see Jason back out there. He ran well in the first week of the season and has since been dealing with a hip injury that has slowed him. Under center again is McAllister with the I formation. Here comes the blitz again. They'll hand it off to the fullback Anderson. He'll have an ice gain up near the 48-yard line. Pick up on the play of 5 yards, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 3 for the Saukees. So 3rd and 3 from the 48, with the clock ticking down at the 9:11 mark of the second quarter. It's a long 3, short 4. You better not miss it by the nose of the football if you only think it's 3, because it might be just a hair longer than that. Single receiver wide right, single man to the left, and the Saukees have the I formation of McKee and Anderson in the backfield. Run blitz again, they'll give it off to the deep man. That's McKee. He's going to be darn close to the first down marker. As he takes it across the 49, just inside of the first down. So that'll be a 3-yard pickup on the play, and be a 1st and 10 from the Maroa Forsyth 49. Saukees with the old 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust theory right now. It keeps the clock moving and keeps the chains going as well. Moose Lodge 420. Hey, check them out each Friday for their meals. It's a new special each week. The food's hot and the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. I formation again as McAllister's under center. He's going to pitch it outside to McKee. McKee looking for running room, and he's met with resistance and drugged to the ground now. As again, that's the linebacker, Aiden Reiser. And Reiser, the junior, having a big night. A loss of 2 on the play by McKee, and it'll bring up a second down and 12. Back into Saukee territory at their 49. Just over 8 minutes to play in the first. Kind of surprised when they go to this IHSA that you don't see Elliott still on the field, though. I think him with the lead blocker in front of him could be kind of dangerous at times. I formation again. McAllister's under center. He's back to pass, looking for Stout, and it's picked off. Guess who what? Guess who that is? That's Reiser again. He might take this to the house. 30, 25. He is tripped up by the quarterback, Weston McAllister, who's thrown his 3rd interception of the night. Penalty flag back near the 49-yard line. Let's see what that's about. Reiser has taken it all the way to the 16. And what is this flag? Referee will tell us it's against the Saukees, a hold that's declined. And it's a, tell you what, it wasn't a real easy interception that time. Reiser kind of tipped it to himself and then took it for a ride. And I think he's taller than 5'10". He looks taller than 5'10" anyway.
After a juggling performance like that, I think he could join the circus.
Yeah. And what do we got here? Why is the ball back there? The ball should be at the 16. Yeah, everybody's kind of confused. The Saukee defensive line is set up at the 25, and boys, the ball's at the 16. I want to move back or you're going to be offsides. 1st and 10 from the Saukee 16 with 7:41 to play in the second, trying to add to their already large lead. Maurer is under center. He will pitch it outside to Culp. Culp with some blockers out in front, still patiently waiting for some running room. He now breaks a couple tackles and is now ridden to the ground by a host of Saukees after a short gain inside the 15 to around the 13-yard line, a 3-yard pickup. This will bring up a second down and 7. 2nd and 7 from the 13. That play took a while to develop and just didn't have much running room there. Roulette and Twine, located north of Pittsfield across from the airport. Your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and much, much more. Stop by and see Rick and Tracy and their gang at Roulette and Twine, 285-5013. Maurer's on the shotgun, gonna fake to the motion man, give it off to Culp on the delayed handoff. He'll spin inside the 10, down near the 9-yard line. A pickup on the play of 4 yards, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 from the Saukee 9. Knocking on the door here for another score are the Maroa Forsyth Trojans. They're showing their 3-0 record has been earned so far this season. Maurer's in the shotgun. Culp stands to his left. He will hand it off to Culp. Makes a man miss. Woo, juke step. Whoop! As Chris Berman would say, and he's in for the score. I believe there is some laundry on the field, but that may just be the shorts of the Saukee defender. They got juked straight off that time as Culp took it in from 9 yards out for his 2nd score of the evening. It makes it a 47-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth. Here comes the kicking team on here. And this young man's done a good job. He got blocked the one time, but other than that, he's been good to go. So when he's got time, he's put it right in the uprights. High snap, kick is up. It's not extremely deep, but it looks to be good. And it is. 48-0. Maroa Forsyth with the advantage. 6:22 to play in the first half. Let's watch high school football on Central Illinois Sports.
Welcome to Westtown Ford, serving Central and West Central Illinois. When you're shopping for a new vehicle, we believe you need a comfortable ambiance, dynamic selection of vehicles, competitive options for financing, and high-quality service to feel confident and stress-free throughout the car buying process. At Westtown Ford, you will find just that, a great selection of Ford models and a team that will make the process as smooth as possible. Westtown Ford Lincoln in Jacksonville, just 30 minutes away from high prices. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
6:22 to play in the half, and Maroa Forsyth's Hoffman kicks it off again. No relation to Dustin. Marco Ballinger will take the return and gets a nice head of steam. That time he ran hard. That's what you like to see from Ballinger. He takes it out to the 37-yard line, and that's where the Saukees will start first and 10. He is a young man that has a nice burst of speed to him. Reminds me of a young Gary Mendenhall, who, by the way, is celebrating his 53rd birthday, I believe, today. Why didn't he be 54?
Happy birthday, Mayor.
Happy birthday to the Honorable Mayor himself. 37-yard line. McAllister's under center, I formation behind him in the backfield. He'll turn and hand it off to McKee. McKee looking for running room. He got forward progress near the 40. Gain of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 7 from their own 40-yard line for the Saukees. LSST Trucking and 3D Leasing. For all of your trucking and hauling needs, to the Dunham Boys and their professional team, 217-285-2808. 2nd and 7 from their own 40-yard line. Clock ticking down at the 5:50 mark of the second quarter. Saukees down big. McAllister will go under center now. Checks the line. Marks out the cadence. Here comes the run blitz. They'll pitch it to the deep man, McKee. Nice job by the lead back that time, and Anderson to pick up the original blitz. It's a 1-yard gain as he takes it to the 41-yard line. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. So a 3rd and 6 from the 41. 5 minutes, 13 seconds to play in the second quarter. And I like what Zach Ferguson's done here. He's kept this ball on the ground. He says, let's keep that clock moving. McAllister at the hard count. Maroa Forsyth does not jump. They're well disciplined. They're a perennial power for a reason. It's not by accident, folks. They didn't get here just by chance. They'll throw the ball out in the flats to Eli Leonard. The man out in front of him missed his block, and Leonard fighting hard for yards. Now look at that young man fight. And that'll fire you up a little bit on the Saukees sideline. I'm not sure what will, because that young man could have tucked his tails between his legs and gone down easily, but he fights for a Saukee 1st down. He gets a pat on the head from Zachary Clifton, the 5'11", 160-pound senior who brought him down. Leonard takes it up to the 48, a 7-yard gain, where the Saukees have it 1st and 10. But Clifton looked at Leonard and he said, nice run, bud. And it was. He fought hard. I mean, the man in front of him missed his block badly and laid on the ground. And Leonard didn't. He kept fighting through 3 guys. Now they'll hand the ball off to Anderson. On the left side, has a good gain near the 1st down marker again. Out to the 43-yard line. And it's going to be close to the 1st down marker. The officials say, let's move it. It's going to be a 10-yard gain and a 1st and 10 at the Maroa 42-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 42 on another 1st down on the ground for Pittsfield. 4:18 and count into the second. 2 receivers to either side. McAllister's in the shotgun, puts Stout in motion from the right to the left. Kind of a slow jog across. Here comes the blitz. They'll have a little delayed handoff, and Anderson didn't take it cleanly that time. It'll be a loss back to the 46-yard line. It's a loss of 4. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 14 from the 46. Just a lot of pressure coming through there. McAllister tried to give it to him, and they just weren't in sync that time. We've not seen Elliott in the backfield for a while now for the Saukees. He is the sideline right now. They'll put Stout in motion. Fake it to him. They'll give it off to Anderson on the delayed handoff. He'll be taken down by Clifton near the 43. That's a gain of 3 on the play, and this will bring up a 3rd and 11. So 3rd and 11 from the 43 for the Saukees with 3:13 and the clock counting down in this second quarter. Trash Queen is our scoreboard sponsor. roll-off containers, so they can help you with the residential trash pickup. You know what they have? They have the pink trash cans at Trash Queen. Always a stylish look. McAllister's back to pass, looking downfield. Now he'll try to check it down, and he'll throw it out of bounds. McAllister took a big shot at the end there from Reiser. Reiser helps him up. McAllister says, nice to see you there, bud. And it's 4th and 11, and another punting situation for the Saukees. So they'll try to pin the Maroa Forsyth Trojans deep here with 2:52 to play in the second quarter. Trojans are up big here. And see what goes on this kickoff, or punt, I should say, by J.J. Petty. He gets a good snap, puts his foot into this one. A high kick, not extremely deep. Maurer comes up. He'll let it bounce. It'll take a bounce from Maroa Forsyth. It is inside the 20, down to about the 18, and that's where Maroa Forsyth will start 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line with 2:45 to play in the second quarter. So first down, 10 yards to go here for the Trojans. Up 48-0. And looking to add to that advantage possibly here. Back to pass is Maurer. He throws quickly near the sideline. That is to Kyle Campbell. He ducks out of bounds across the 25. Near the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 4.
25-yard line. We're leading 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. They'll call it at the 25. 2:41 to play in the second. Again, Maurer is back to pass. Rolling to his right. Gets a little bit behind this one. Has his receiver out there. That is Franzen again. And Franzen 5 yards. Now the ball comes loose, but he was out of bounds. Across the 35 to the 37-yard line. A gain on the play of 11 and a 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their own 37, but a flag here. It's a personal foul roughing the passer against the Saukees, so that'll be tacked on to the end here. So they'll pick up the 11 yards on the reception by Franzen, and then another 15 yards due to the Saukee penalty here. Yes, you don't like to see that. And some people would say, well, you know, Maroa Forsyth's up 40-0. Why are they still passing here? It's a good situation for them. Deep in their own territory, you know, it's a 2 or 3 minute situation where you want to go quickly down the field. This could be a situation that happens for them later on in the season that could pay off. And they got a sophomore quarterback out there. You know, you're still not 100% sure of what all you have with this young man possibly. Now they're getting together to talk about the flags, and it's a roughing the passer, so what are we doing, boys? Hey, we'll talk about it. Quentin Vineyard is the white hat tonight. And he and his compadres are out in the field talking about this one, and they say, hey, come back, I want to talk to you again. He says, well, boys, we used to be able to go to the Red Dome after the game tonight, but it hadn't been open in a while, so maybe we got Johnny's, Maya, Casa, Nucci's. A lot of good options. They said, all right, well, we'll see you there, and let's mark off these 15 yards, and Maroa Forsyth will have it 1st and 10 at the Saukee 48. So fresh set of downs to the 48-yard line of Pittsfield for the Trojans. With 2:32 to play in the second, we've got a timeout on the field. We'll pause as well. 48-0 is the advantage for Maroa Forsyth. Back after this.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, you can work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's the new beginning. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street, Quincy. Edward Jones, making sense of investments, member SIPC.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting illinihospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
.232 to play in the half. 48-0 Maroa Forsyth on top. And we'll have a 1st and 10. Maurer will give a fake, and now he'll throw it downfield, and he'll take a big shot there. It's an incomplete pass. Intended receiver was Kyle Campbell. And to bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 48. And now we have a whistle. And a player on the far side is cramping, it appears. And we haven't seen that the last couple of weeks. It hadn't been as hot. Week 1 was just miserable for everybody, as hot as it was. Last couple of weeks been nice and cool. Now it's warmed up a little bit here, and we see a young man dealing with a little cramping situation. So they'll get him all stretched out. Everybody will maybe get an opportunity to get a little suck of water, and we'll tell you about Waters Concrete. It's Tim Waters. They offer quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, anything with concrete. It's Waters Concrete. They're ready to serve you. Give Tim a call. Day or night, he says. 309-252-1052. That's 309-252-1052. Waters Concrete. Their business is rock solid there. 2:28 to play in the second quarter. It is a 48-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth. And the young man is a lineman on the far side dealing with a cramp. And that hurts. What can coaches say? Maroa going to move to 4-0 on the season here in this contest. Dane Williamsville, they fought toward the top of the Sangamo Conference. Athan sneaks their way in there every once in a while. And North Max had a little bit of a run. Auburn's always right there, although I think they're down a little bit this year, as we saw. Maybe not quite the same juice that we've seen from them. But Thomas, as we've talked about in this conference time and time again, there's just not very many gimmies.
No, there's no easy games here. Not in the Sangamo. We've been in the conference for 6-7 years now. And I don't think we've had a year where it's just been a whole bunch of gimmies. So it'll continue to be tough.
And the Saukees program is trying to get back into a point of just contention in conference play on a consistent basis. 2-1 on the season. With they've got some games on their schedule left that are games they should be very, very competitive in, have chances to win if they execute. And they've got some tough ones left still on the schedule. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And you don't want to sprint against this Maroa Forsyth team much. This time the Saukees sniff it out nice, and Culp is going to be taken down for a 2-yard loss. Back to their own 48-yard line, and it'll be 3rd and 14. So 3rd and 14 from their own 48 with just over 2 minutes to play in the half. Maurer is in the shotgun. He's back to pass. Pass fake. Now he's the man trying to chase him from behind. He takes a hit as he throws. It is a pass that's dropped along the sideline. Maurer took a pretty good shot that time, and they'll say that they say that he caught it? He sure as heck didn't make much of a motion if he did. All right, it's an incomplete pass, and it is 4th down. 4th down from their own 48, up 48-0. Would you see a punt here possibly? Sure doesn't look like the punt team on the field, does it? Unless Maurer is the punter. He is back a little deeper now. Now the Saukees will call a timeout. 1:54 to play in the half. 48-0. Maroa Forsyth with the advantage over Pittsfield. Back with you following this timeout.
Neighbors, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
1:54 to play in the half. It is a 48-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth. They'll have the ball 4th down and 14 from their own 48. And the Saukees called the timeout because it looks like Maurer is he's deep in the backfield, but he could be the punter too. This kid might do it all, really. Punt returner, maybe he's the punter here. I can tell you I have not seen the Trojans punt much over the years, so not really sure what to expect. And he will kick this one away, a little quick kick, and it's going to be a nice roll. Look at that baby. Inside the 20, takes an even better bounce, and they will down it at the Saukee 8, and that's where they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 8. And that kid's he's like the Swiss Army knife down there, isn't he? He can punt, he can return, he can run, and he can pass. Saukees 1st and 10 at their own 8 with 1:44 to play in the half. But we'll have the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular halftime show coming up for you. At the completion of this first half, that is when we hold halftime. In the second half, we'll go very, very quickly, as it'll be a running clock, where the clock will only stop due to timeouts, touchdowns, or injuries. 1st and 10 for the Saukees, backed up deep in their own territory. McAllister is going to be in the shotgun here, with Anderson standing to his right. We've not seen Lane Elliott in a while here. We're not really sure. He's on the sideline. Hopefully it's nothing that is an injury type of situation. He's a big part to the Saukee offense. Ooh, now a bad snap. McAllister dives on it back in the end zone. This is safety. This is a down at the 1. They're going to say it's a loss on the play of 8 yards. Call it 7. And it'll be 2nd and 17 from the 1. Well, in the words of George Clooney, oh brother, where art thou? Dang, in a tight spot. It's tight. You're in your own end zone, basically. They're going to bring the I formation in and try to pound this ball out a little bit. Clock counting down. Well, I mean, I think it should be. The man was on the ground. They're not running the clock. It's a new day here, evidently. Under center is the quarterback, McAllister. He'll take the snap, and he's going to actually have a nice gain. Up across the 6 to around the 7-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 from the 6, with the clock now rolling at 1:23 to play in the second. Not sure why it wasn't going before. It was a bad snap that the quarterback recovered at the 1, never left the ground. Wasn't an incomplete pass, but the referee never did roll it after they set the ball, so that's why it kept on stopping. I formation again, 3rd and 11. Deep in their own territory at the 6. Rowe shows blitz, and here they come again. They'll hand it off to the deep back. That's McKee. McKee's got a nice gain, spins across the 10, out near the 15-yard line. And he'll be shy of the 1st down, but a nice gain on the play of about 9 yards, and it's going to be a 4th down, and I call it a 7-yard gain. Excuse me, Tom. It's 4th and 4. Need a punt here for the Saukees with 34 seconds to play in the half. They're not kind of going to let the clock roll down a little bit here. Now they'll bring the punt team on the field, and man, there's not a lot of time here. They're going to have to try to do this in a hurry. They may take a timeout. I'm assuming that's what they're going to do. I don't think this is one of those situations where you would want to take a 5-yard penalty. They don't have enough men on the field as it is. It's a delay a game. So they get it off just in the last moment, but a little late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only have 10 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Need an 11th, and there he comes. Ethan Thompson on the field. And the Saukees take a 5-yard penalty, and now they'll have J.J. Petty punting from his own end zone. With 7.8 seconds to play in the half, and this very likely could be the final play of the half. It's a good snap. They'll come after it. It's nearly blocked. It's headed straight to the sideline, and it will take a bounce and go out of bounds near the 39 with 0.9 seconds to play in the half. And that is where Maroa Forsyth will start 1st and 10 at the 39 of the Saukees. And personal foul, roughing the punter against Maroa, so it'll actually be the Saukees ball. So negate that. Maroa's got another guy cramping. They'll say they accosted the punter that time. So it's going to be a 15-yard penalty and a first down, and the Saukees can now just run one more play or kneel it out, whichever they desire here. Should be the offensive unit out there for the Saukees, as the ball was very nearly blocked. And they'll say that they hit Petty in the process. So the 15-yard penalty. And that's been one area Maroa Forsyth will not be thrilled with, because they have had a number of penalties so far tonight. So they're attending to the man who's cramping up down there, and we'll remind you about Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. They're open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday. They see patients ages 18 months and older. No appointment necessary. Learn more about the services offered at Illini Express by visiting IlliniHospital.org. 1st and 10 for the Saukees. They've got the I formation up there. They've got to get that man off the field, and let's head him toward the locker room here. And it's just, again, a cramping situation, it appears. And I don't want to say just, because if you've been there, it hurts like no other at the moment. I formation. McAllister sets up under center for the Saukees. He will take the snap, hand it off to the fullback Anderson. He'll rush forward for a gain of 2, and the 0.9 seconds took a while, but they did run off the clock, and at halftime it's 48-0. Maroa Forsyth. The Trojans having their way here against the Saukees, 48-0. Aglincy Smithfield. We take you to the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular halftime show, where we're back with halftime stats and analysis after this.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours. Any of our 5G phones, with no trade-in or hidden fees. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
Come check out America's locally grown wireless at U.S. Cellular. Visit Carnes Communications, a U.S. Cellular authorized agent, located at 224 East Washington Street in Pittsfield.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com, or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
At Lanham Chiropractic, their mission is to ensure that they guide each patient to the possibility and enjoyment of a healthier you. Dr. Chris Lanham works together with each patient to identify the cause of the chiropractic issue and address it through chiropractic care, proper nutrition, and natural supplements, all while utilizing honest and trusting communication. If you're looking for a hands-on chiropractor who's proud to call this area home, call Dr. Chris Lanham at Lanham Chiropractic in Pittsfield at 217-285-6300. Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build. If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC.
We welcome you back on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular halftime show. It's a 48-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth at the halftime break. The Trojans started the scoring frenzy early. At the 11:06 mark of the first quarter, an 84-yard run by Cade Culp. The kick after was good to make it 7-0. Then with 9:01 to play in the first, a 68-yard pass from Maurer to Blunk The kick after was good again and made it 14-0 Trojans. They just took 2 minutes and a second more to score their third score of the contest. At the 7-minute mark, another 68-yard pass from Maroa to Franzen this time. And they led 21-0, and they still had a couple more to go in the first. 2:30 to play in the first, a 32-yard pass from Maroa to Blunk. Kick after good, 28-0. And 17.8 seconds to play in the first, a 12-yard run by the quarterback Maurer. The kick was blocked, and after a quarter, it was 34-0 Maroa Forsyth. Then with 10-11 to play in the second, Culp had a 4-yard run. It was his first touchdown of the second quarter. Made it 41-0, and then a 9-yard run by Cade Culp with 6:22 to play in the second to make it this 48-0 score. So a 48-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth on top of the Saukees here at homecoming halftime that is extended, so it'll be a little longer halftime. It'll give us plenty of time to tell you about the halftime stats. Maroa's got a few to talk about. We'll talk about that more after this.
PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
Helena Agra of Camp Point, Illinois is a proud sponsor of the broadcast of Camp Point Central football. For all your seed, fertilizer, and ag chemical needs, the experts at Helena Agra, Brian Obert, Dustin Roskamp, are the guys to call. Let them show you the best seed, fertilizer, and ag chemicals to make your farming operation a success. Call 217-593-7761. That's 217-593-7761 for Helena Agra. Helena Agra says, go Panthers! The caring and experienced professionals at Hamilton Funeral Homes are here to support you through this difficult time. We offer a range of personalized services to suit your family's wishes and requirements. You can count on us to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one, and we'll carefully guide you through the many decisions that must be made during this challenging time. You're welcome to call us at any time of the day, any day of the week. Visit our funeral home in person or on the web at hamiltonfuneralhome.com. Call 217-593-6517. Camp Point Central Sports are proud to have Dear Wester Grain as a sponsor of this broadcast. Dear Wester Grain, there for you for all your grain and feed needs. Why don't you give them a call and check out all the locations of Dear Wester Grain? With locations in Golden, Paloma, Mount Sterling, Clayton, La Prairie, Liberty, Industry, Carthage, and Blandonsville. For more information, call Dear Wester Grain Services 696-4461. That's 696-4461, or on the web at dearwestergrain.com.
For all of your commercial and residential trash pickup needs, call Trash Queen, serving Pike, Scott, and Morgan counties with affordable residential trash service and roll-off dumpsters. We're proud to be locally owned and operated and want to earn your business. Give us a call to find out just how affordable our rates really are. Call Trash Queen at 217-320-4320. That's 217-320-4320. Or check us out on Facebook. Trash Queen, our business is picking up.
Carnes Communication, your U.S. Cellular agent in Pittsfield, the corner of Jackson and Washington Street, here to help you with all of your U.S. Cellular phone needs. The latest releases they have to offer from both Samsung, iPhone, and any other models you're looking for is at Carnes Communications. I saw that there is a foldable phone that is making a comeback, and I thought, dang, I used to have one of those. I was hip before they were hip. I think it's a little more complex, possibly, than the flip phones were back in the day. And I'm not sure it's quite the same, but hey, they'll be at Carnes Communications. If they have it, they've got it at Carnes Communications in Pittsfield, 285-5400. Here it's a 48-0 advantage for Maroa Forsyth on top of the Pittsfield Saukees, and on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular halftime show, Thomas has a look at your halftime stats.
So for Maroa Forsyth, they have 12 first downs as of the moment. Rushing, Cade Culp leads with 119 yards on 9 carries. And Caden Maurer is the only other rusher with 1 carry for 12 yards. On the receiving side, Jacob Blunk has 104 yards on 3 catches. Egan Franzen has 96 yards on 4 catches. Cade Culp has 66 yards on 2 catches. Aiden Reiser has 15 yards on 2 catches, and Kyle Campbell rounds it out with 30 yards with 3 catches. Caden Maurer, the quarterback, is 13 for 16 with 317 yards passing, and the Trojans have 85 yards in penalties. On the Saukees side, Lane Elliott has 4 yards on 7 carries. Nate Anderson has 31 yards on 7 carries. Weston McAllister has -1 yards on 2 carries. Mason Fargo with 3 yards on 1 carry, and Jason McKee with 14 yards on 6 carries. On the receiving side, Mason Fargo has 0 yards on 2 catches. Elijah Leonard has 18 yards on 2 catches, and Bobby Stout has 43 yards with 3 catches. Weston McAllister is 7 of 17 passing with 63 yards and 3 interceptions.
So a first half dominated on the scoreboard and the stat column for Maroa Forsyth. They lead the Pittsfield Saukees 48-0 on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. Back with more on Central Illinois Sports.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have questions. How do you make your savings last? How much should you take out and when? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Your Edward Jones financial advisor, Derek Harris, can help you build a strategy to help your finances keep up with your needs over the long haul. You've done what it takes to get there. Now it's time to make the most of retirement. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois for a face-to-fact appointment. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Williams Auto Sales, 439 North 3rd in Quincy is your headquarters for quality used vehicles. Shop their 439 North 3rd location Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and Saturdays 9 to 2. Check out their inventory of WilliamsAutosalesQuincy.com or call Tony the truck guy at 217-223-3325. Williams Auto Sales, 439 North 3rd in Quincy, wishing the Panthers the best of luck this year. Give them a call at 217-223-3325. Williams Auto Sales. Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC has been in business since 1995. Brian Dickut Trucking offers hauling of liquid and dry fertilizer, grain, rock, feed, lime, with local and long-distance hauling. Brian Dickut Trucking is located at 1878 East 2100 Street, Camp Point. Call them at 217-257-8302. That's 257-8302. Long dumps, short dumps, hoppers, and tanks. When you need it hauled, trust the experts at Brian Dickut Trucking, LLC in Camp Point. They deliver. Call Best Systems Builders for all your insulation needs. We are a full-service insulation contractor offering both open and closed cell spray foam, blown cellulose, and fiberglass installation. Best Systems has 2 BPI certified professionals ready to inspect your home or business today. You may qualify for incentives through the American Act on Energy program. Call Scott or Michael at 217-285-6005 for your free estimate or visit us online at gobestsystems.com and start saving money on your energy bill today. Abney Home Improvement is a family-owned company with Christian values. We have a passion for helping our customers find the best products at a great price. We understand making a large purchase of windows and doors for your home is a big investment. Our mission is to be completely upfront with you. We have built our business on trust and reputation. We depend on our customers to refer us to friends and family for their home improvement needs. Call 573-221-0886. We finish what we start with quality for you. Abney Home Improvement's 100% satisfaction is what we build our business on.
Pikeland Motors, located on the east side of the square in Pittsfield, is the place to go for your next new or used vehicle purchase. Plus, they have great service after the sale. Call Pikeland Motors at 285-2196. And after your trip to Pikeland with that new vehicle, head on down to the Riverbank in Florence. Great steak night every Thursday night. The drinks are cold, the food is hot at the Riverbank in Florence, on the banks of the Illinois River and sometimes in it. Thanks to Doug Daniel and Riverbank and Pikeland Motors for sponsoring tonight's broadcast.
Welcome back on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular Halftime Show. The marching Saukees are entertaining the home fans here, and they'll have the school song that they'll be performing, and I haven't got to hear that too many times tonight as Maroa Forsyth leads 48-0 here at the halftime break. And Tom, it's Maroa Forsyth outfit. They're as good as advertised.
They're a very competitive team. I don't foresee a lot of teams really putting it to them. I think they'll be competitive in any game they do. It's a good team, very athletic, very fast. They play football very well for the high school level. Their running backs wait for the blocks. quarterback's very patient. They've looked very good both on offense and defense.
Well, I think that an impressive thing that this program has done, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, but they have taken a 2A school where an enrollment of 372. Some years you're going to get some great big kids in the line, but a lot of years you're not, and you're going to have to kind of produce those linemen. And they've not only produced linemen who are strong, but they produce linemen who are quick, and that's what we've seen a couple times on those big plays. Is the opposite side guard and tackle pulling out around that end and leading the way. And as you talked about, the running backs do a really nice job of being patient and really letting those plays set up.
Yeah, they've moved around a lot. They've worked both sides of the field, short side and long side, and they've looked pretty unstoppable this evening.
Young Mr. Caden Mowers, a sophomore, he's 5'5", 130. I bet you if you put all the Maroa Forsyth players in a lineup and their street clothes and say which one of these guys is our quarterback, and nothing against Caden, I'm going to tell you he's not going to be picked out as the quarterback very much, but this kid's got some moxie.
In baseball, we'd call him a five-tool player. He's thrown for 317 yards. He returns the kicks. He does the punting. I guess we'll get to see if he is the kickoff man. But he's done it all tonight. If he wants to throw the ball up high enough and go catch it himself, he can get a receiving touchdown as well.
And the funny thing about a kid like this, Tom, is as a sophomore, probably had to have his mom or dad drive him to the bus tonight.
Yeah, he's for Maroa, the good thing to look forward to is you have 2 more years with him.
Yeah, and they've put out some tremendous talent over the years, and some kids. The one that stands out in the most recent past was Jack Hockaday, who played quarterback and safety for them, but I think ended up going to Iowa. Just a tremendous athlete, and I think what you see from this Maroa Forsyth program is when you have consistency in coaching for a long time. You have a tradition that's used to winning. Nobody wants to be the class that has that letdown. And not only do you have a consistent coach at the football level, but then you see them in the spring for track. And that's really where some of your athletes can be made, is during that spring track season.
Yeah, whenever you're able to work with those kids for all 9 months out of the school year, all 8 months out of the school year, you can really produce some athletes. And, they certainly have. As we talked about before, they don't have anybody on the roster that's 6'4", 280 pounds. They don't have any natural bred athletes that you just pick out like that. But they have turned them into some fine football players, and it's shown well tonight.
Honestly, they've got one kid over 6 foot, and that's Charlie Ritter. He's a sophomore, 6'1", 161 pounds.
I don't think we've even seen him yet tonight.
No, it's a young man you don't see. They have a couple kids 6 foot, but everybody else is under 6 foot tall, and the biggest kid weight-wise on the roster, say that 5 foot fast, is 237, and that's between Mason DeVore, who's a 6 foot sophomore, and Andrew Munjoy, who's a 5'11 sophomore who starts at the right guard. Other than that, their linemen, Kasim Jatoy is 193 pounds, Cody Harbin's 230, Rob Gentle's 155 pounds, and Zachary Clifton's 160 pounds. You're talking about a line that averages about 185 pounds.
Yeah,
these are not big guys that are bowling over the top of you much.
It goes back to, linemen aren't born; they're made in the weight room, and they certainly have been tonight. They don't have anybody that's gonna overpower you with their size, but they have been quick, and they have been strong.
They have been explosive, and it shows on the scoreboard. 48-0. Maroa Forsyth has the lead. We'll pause for a break on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular halftime show. Glad you're with us on Central Illinois Sports.
Griffin Signs in Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy. Griffin Signs in Time is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the right direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition to potential customers. Put the right sign in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs in Time. Quincy, call 217-228-7470. Western Illinois FCA presents Tasha Layton in concert at the First Christian Church in South Jacksonville on October 1st at 7 p.m. Entry fee is free. There'll be a free will offering for Western Illinois FCA. Come out and hear and enjoy Tasha Layton, October 1st in South Jacksonville at the First Christian Church at 7 p.m. It's time to say Pepsi, please, at your local county market. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market, your best value for delicious drinks to get ready for every game. Stop by your local county market to pick up your favorite Pepsi products today. Stock up for your next family get-together. Refreshment Services Pepsi and County Market for the best price around on all your Pepsi products. You love them and they've got them at County Market. Stop by today and say Pepsi, please, at your local county market.
Just because your kids are back to school doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your fitness routine. Illini Fitness is now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you're a busy parent, college student, night owl, or early riser, our hours now fit your schedule. Call to find out about our affordable memberships at 285-5635 or learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org/fitness. Illini Fitness, located at 128 West Washington Street in Pittsfield.
Where do you go before the game, during the game, or after the game? It's Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point. They invite you to stop by after the game tonight. They'll have a limited menu of food for 30 minutes after the game. Join them on Mondays 4 to 11, kitchen open till 9. Closed Tuesdays. Wednesdays they feature smoked meat. Try the wings, the best around. For a cold drink and great food, it's Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point on the south side of the track. Stop by before the game, during the game, or after the game at Jersey's in Camp Point.
Welcome to the city of Pittsfield, a great place to call home or a great place to visit as a home away from home. With our many locally owned businesses, great variety of restaurants, historic sites, and recreational opportunities, there's truly something for everyone. While visiting, make sure to check out Lake Pittsfield for great fishing, boating, and camping opportunities, and check out the Disc Golf Course. Mayor Gary Mendenhall and the citizens of Pittsfield are excited to see you on your next visit to Pittsfield, Illinois.
Well, the Saukees will receive to start the second half. Still a couple minutes left on the halftime clock. It will be a running clock. That means the clock will only stop for timeouts, touchdowns, and injuries. So it'll go quickly here in the second half of play. With Maroa Forsyth leading 48-0, the Saukees are on the road next week at North Mac in a beautiful turf facility that they put in. Well, they played there this last spring anyway, but it's been a first time they've really seen a lot of fans be able to be there. And North Mac is always a formidable opponent. They lost week 1 to Riverton in a close game, but it was without 6 players who were starters for them due to some COVID situations. So I don't know how much stock you could put into that. It'll be a tough matchup for the Saukees, and then they'll come back home in a couple of weeks and play host to Porta, who's getting to play their first game of the season this week. I'm glad to see those guys out there and getting a chance to take the field. I'll tell you, Brown County and Camp Point Central in a battle. It's 22-14. Brown County with about 10 minutes left in the third quarter. We can tell you that Riverton leads Plains 30-0 with 8:03 left in the third. Saukees, of course, beat Riverton and have lose to Pleasant Plains to start the season. What else do we have here? Illinois is playing Maryland tonight. I think they can get their second win Big Ten play. Tom says yes, shaking his head. All right. They don't call him the best color man in the industry for nothing. Rushville's going to be undefeated still after tonight. They lead Havana 50-6, 5:05 to play in the third. They've got a good thing going there for the Rockets. What else we got going on? Let's look for some scores for you here if we can. Not a lot lighting up. There's a lot of Saturday games this week. Peoria and Peoria Manual were supposed to play tonight, but due to some off-the-field theatrics, fights, threats, that sort of thing, they've moved that game to 9 o'clock Sunday morning. There will be no fans. They say, don't even bring your car to the parking lot. You're not allowed. Kind of disappointing, really. I mean, Peoria Central, Peoria High is one of the top-ranked teams in their class of football, so kind of disappointing that they're not going to get to have their fans be there to watch them play. But got to be safe, keep everyone safe, and probably the right thing to do. And not an easy decision for the Peoria School District to have to make, but they did make it. Canton leads East Peoria 42-6 at half. Lena Winslow, I bet you they're good again. They always are. 38-0 they lead East Dubuque deep in the third quarter. So that's a couple of scores. I don't see a lot of scores from the Sangamo action that I could see here. Other than that one Riverton score. Saukees will receive the kickoff to start the second half. Hoffman has been the kicker for the most part. They're going to switch sides. And it's not Hoffman. It looks like we have the second stream kicker in. And they'll get everybody switched around. And who is the kicker? Trying to get him to turn sideways. He's having a little trouble getting the ball set up on the tee. All right, he's wearing the number 11. That's Braxton Mitchell. He's a sophomore. Saukees have Ballinger back deep. Mitchell ready to put his foot into this one. It's a kick down the middle of the field where Ballinger will have to go between his legs, and it's going to roll dead at about the 5. He goes back and is looking for running room now. This is a bad situation to be in. He'll be taken down at the 5, and that's where the Saukees will start 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line. Clock is stopped, and it should not be. Run it, run it, run it. 11:50 to play in the third. And running clock here, so it will start right away. 1st and 10 from their own 5 for the Saukees. Yeah, and you missed that initial opportunity to recover the kick. It could put you in a bad situation, and Saukees are in a bad situation. From their own 5, Javen Petty is in at quarterback for the Saukees for the first time. He is the sophomore backup quarterback. He sets up under center with an I formation behind him in the backfield, takes the snap, going to hand it off to the deep back. That appears to be McKee. He's trying to keep the pile moving. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10. So Jason McKee on the carry. Do we have a penalty flag down there? We do, it looks like, and it is a personal foul against Maroa Forsyth, a face mask. So that'll give the Saukees some breathing room, move it out to the 20-yard line, and be a 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Saukees. See the face mask, but I'm a long way away from it here. That's a lot better feeling than having your back up against your own goal line, though. So Javen Petty, the sophomore quarterback, in. So a lot of that has to do with the score of the game and the fact you want to keep everybody healthy. The Saukees, I mean, they've got still an outside, I don't even say an outside chance, a chance to win 5 games on the season. Playing when Petty fumbles the snap and dives back on it. It's going to be a 1-yard loss, bring up a 2nd and 11. So 2nd down and 11 yards to go from the 19 for the Saukees. Petty is not necessarily used to being under center much, as they don't typically run him under center in the JV game. Saukees JV team is 2-1 on the season. Javen Petty's under center, takes the snap, going to pitch it to the deep back. That's McKee. Nice job by the outside man that time to fight off the blocker. McKee takes it up to the 23, a gain of 4, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 7. Should be 3rd down, correct? It is. 3rd down and 7 here. We also see some second-team linemen out there for the Saukees. R.J. Allred, it looks like, is in at the right guard spot. He is a junior for Pittsfield, I believe. Or no, he's just a sophomore, is R.J., isn't he? I believe that's right. They'll have Petty on the quarterback scramble, looking for running room. Ducks out of bounds near the 22. Actually going to just get back to the line of scrimmage. Let's bring up a 4th and 7. And we do have a 4th down situation here and a punting situation for the Saukees. It's 4th down. So the Saukees will have to punt. The box has been wrong the series here. They've got to get it back in the right spot, and they do. So Javen Petty will punt from his own 10. Back to receive the punt is Braxton Mitchell. Long snapper is Farrago. It's a good snap. Petty has it blocked. It's going to be returned for a score. Nope, the man will not return it. Blocking it was Max Brady, the 5'9", 152-pound junior. Came after at that time and got to it. And Maroa will start 1st and 10 at the Saukee, or 1st and goal, I should say, at the Saukee 9. 8:14 and the clock counting down here in the third. So they came after it a little bit that time, and they got to block the kick. The Saukees were not in any hurry there to really punt the ball away. 1st and goal from the 9, and it might be the ball's not live yet, so it can't be a false start. Let's see who's lined up at quarterback. Second team for everybody. What's the quarterback's number, Tom? 20?
Mm-hmm.
That's Zane Giles. He's a 6-foot sophomore. He's wearing 20. The running back that time is wearing 27. That's Simon McReynolds. He's a 5'6" junior. Where's 27, Tom? Does McReynolds. He loses 2 yards in the play, and it's 2nd and goal from the 11. So 2nd down goal to go from the 11-yard line. 7:19 and counting to the third. The quarterback in the shotgun. Back to pass. Finds his man on the left side. That's Mitchell. Mitchell makes a man miss, and he's in for the score. So the Saukees are unable to stop the second team unit. And the quarterback, Giles, finds Mitchell on an 11-yard strike. And at the 7:02 mark of the third quarter, adds to the Maroa Forsyth advantage. It's 54-0 Trojans on the Trash Queen scoreboard. And now they'll be on for the extra point try here. Let's see. They're going to go for 2, it looks like, with this unit. And I think I did see on Twitter today, Maroa's still searching for a fresh soph opponent on Monday. They have officials already hired at their place, so if you have a team that wants to play, they'll come play you. Quarterback's in the shotgun. He's back to pass. That's Giles looking for a man in the back of the end zone. It's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And the 2-point try is no good. 54-0. Maroa Forsyth has the advantage over Pittsfield. 7:02 to play in the third on Central Illinois Sports.
TJ's Truck Service is proud to serve the area with a complete truck hauling service. They offer grain, rock, fertilizer, seed, and liquid fertilizer hauling for you. TJ's Truck Service Incorporated would like to wish the Panthers a safe and successful season and recognize the senior boys and coaching staff for their leadership and hard work. TJ's Truck Service Incorporated for the long haul and the short one too, 217-617-6667. For all those hard-working diesel engines and combines, tractors, and trucks, Logan Ag recommends PowerMax Premium Diesel Fuel. Logan Ag PowerMax Diesel is packed with multifunctional additives which help clean the fuel system, extend filter life, add lubricity, and restore horsepower. You might even notice reduced fuel consumption. You get it all in Logan PowerMax Premium Diesel. Logan Ag, serving agriculture since 1962.
7:02 to play in the third. 54-0 is the advantage for the Maroa Forsyth Trojans, and they're ready to kick the ball off once again. And who's the kicker this time? I got a little second team unit in here. Kicker appears to be wearing the number 1. That's Mitch Williams, the 5'9" freshman. Put his foot in this one, not extremely deep. Saukees will take it on the bounce here, the 27, across the 30, 35-yard line, rushing ahead out near the 38. I don't think that was Farrago. That is, we're in the 20 for Saukees. That's McKelvey Moore. So out to the 38-yard line, and that's where the Saukees will start 1st and 10 at their own 38 with 6:40 to play in the third. Yeah, Jake. Oh, might have to amputate your leg later. All right, good news. 1st and 10 for Pittsfield from their own 38-yard line. Javen Petty, the quarterback, under center, I formation behind him in the backfield. Takes the snap, going to pitch it out to McKee. He fumbles it, and Maroa Forsyth's going to recover this ball, it appears, and they will. So the Trojans recover the fumble on the botched pitch, and they'll take over at the Saukee 34-yard line. Things just go from bad to worse for Pittsfield. We'll be running the clock here.
From the Saukee 34 or 33-yard line.
So the Saukees turn it over at the 6:12 mark of the third. Timeouts, touchdowns, injuries. That was not one of them. Clock not running, though. Somebody needs to notice that. It's supposed to keep on moving. They'll pitch it now to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for running room, and he's not going to find any this time. He gets hit. Taken down out the 37-yard line. A loss on the play of... now they're going to forward progress to the 36, so he'll lose 2 on the play, bring up a 2nd and 12. Second down, 12 yards to go for the Trojans. Second unit in here. St. Giles, the quarterback. He's a sophomore, man. They've just got kids who are just sophomores all lined up at that quarterback spot. And you can see a battle there the next couple of years. It doesn't mean, that's the thing about this Maroa team. Just because a kid's a quarterback one year, he could be a running back the next year. They could put him in the slot. Ball carrier this time is McReynolds. He'll take the ball to the 31-yard line, a gain of 5 yards, and bring up a 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7 from the 31. And now let's see what the Trojans, let's see if they want to go to the air here. 4 down territory, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left-hand side. The quarterback, Giles, is in the shotgun. He is going to fake the handoff, now run the bootleg out to the left, has a good gain on the play, trying to stay on his feet. He might be able to go for a score. Did he hit the pylon? Yes, he did. But there's a penalty flag back of the 31 and one back of the 34, and that's usually in the area of holding. It is a hold back of the 34, so that'll move it back to the 44 and replay 3rd down. One area that Trojans look at on film, say, hey, let's clean up those penalties. In a big game, those will be damaging for us. But so they mark it off 10 yards, and the flag was at the 34, and they put it at the 41. I got you. So it's a 3rd down and 17 now from the 41. 4 minutes and counting of the 3rd period. 54-0 is the Maroa advantage. Old Giles showed some pretty good speed that time, too. He's a little lanky, young man. They list him at 6 foot. On this Maroa Forsyth program, he's a giant, height-wise. Well, the basketball team will be. Now they'll put a man in motion. Back to pass goes Giles. He is a hit as he throws. It's going to be incomplete. Incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. 4th and 17 from the 41, who was in pressuring that time for the Saukees. That looked to be Nate Anderson. The Saukees do have some other guys in playing as well. I see Ethan Thompson has checked in, also playing linebacker Joey Swan. Swan's a sophomore. Draven Peterbilt, the freshman, is out there at outside backer right now, it appears. So they have some youngsters out there as well. Giles in the shotgun. They're going to go for it 4th and long here. Nope, he's going to punt it. It's going to be blocked. And they could have scooped it and gone. Instead, they block it and fall on it, and the Saukees will take over 1st and 10 at the Maroa 48. I didn't see who got in there to get a hand on that one.
22, Devin Salter, I believe.
So Devon Salter gets in and blocks that. And the Saukees will take over 1st and 10 at the Maroa Forsyth 48 with Javen Petty at the quarterback spot. They have a single back in the backfield. I think they want Nate Anderson still out there. Nope. They're going to bring Devon Salter on to play fullback. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Javen Petty is under center. Justin Pinnock is the receiver to the right-hand side, and Petty fumbles the snap. So they'll lose 2. Back to the, I called a 1-yard loss, back to the 49, 2nd and 11. .154 and counting to the 3rd. Petty gets the snap, hands it off to the deep back. Man looking for running room is McKee, I believe. He'll take it to the 48-yard line, back to the original line, a gain of 1. And they'll bring up a 4th down and 10, or 3rd and 10, excuse me. Saukees played that down with 10 men. They did not have a left tackle. I'll be damned. Now they're going to run it down a little bit here, and Zach Ferguson wants to call a timeout. 1:10 to play in the third. 1:08 to play in the third. 1:07 to play in the third. That's when they're going to take the timeout. We'll take it too. 54-0 Maroa Forsyth on top.
Press Yours on You would like to thank everyone in our community for your support in the past 15 years. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space with spirit wear for Unity Mustangs, Liberty Eagles, Brown County Hornets, and our hometown Central Panthers. Businesses, let us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. We are excited to now offer lasered hat patches. With limitations on attendance to local sporting events, we are excited to help bring you this game. Press Yours on You, 506 Westwood, Camp Point, Illinois. Damon Plumbing has big news for our area. They're now offering HVAC services through B&R Electrical, heating and cooling. They offer all types of HVAC services on all units. B&R Electrical can also service commercial refrigeration units, freezers, coolers, and more. Phone 217-285-2856. That's 285-2856. B&R Electrical HVAC services, a part of Damon Plumbing. If you're not, they'll make you cool.
We're back to live action. Saukees got a bad snap, and Maroa Forsyth's going to recover the fumble at the Saukee 30. And I'm going to see some folks head for the exits. Back of the 30 now is where Maroa will take over first and 10 at the Saukee 30. I don't know that they'll run a play as this third quarter is coming to an end. I hear rumor that we may see a new grandstand here at Quincy Smithfield before too long. As they say, once every 50 years, whether they need it or not. After three quarters, it's 54-0 Maroa Forsyth on top of the Pittsfield Saukees. Fourth quarter play-by-play your way on Central Illinois Sports after this.
To be thinking about tax planning, you can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Carls, Nathan Jansen, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM and Camp Point, working for you.
Did you know that PCRE Real Estate and Auction now offers a full-service auction alternative? Farmland, residential real estate, commercial real estate, estates, guns, antiques, farm equipment, and commercial equipment are a few examples that the experienced auction team is ready to assist you with. Our team can make the auction experience less stressful and smooth. Check out our next auctions at our new auction location at 500 Piper Lane in Pittsfield, or call 217-430-2985 and speak with Jason Duke to learn more.
Well, we are ready to start the fourth quarter. 54-0 Maroa Forsyth with the advantage on the Trash Queen scoreboard on Central Illinois Sports. Saukees will have the ball, or Maroa will have the ball first and 10 from the Saukee 30 following the fumble. Giles in the shotgun. He's going to keep it himself, running to the right side. He will take the ball to the 26, a gain of 4. Brings up a second down and 6. Trying to get you who the tackler was there. It was
R.J. Allred.
R.J. Allred has one more career tackle now than his brother Cody did. Estimated, of course. Giles will be in the shotgun. He is going to fake the handoff, not try to keep it himself. He's drugged down from the side, and a nice play by that young man. That appeared to be Devon Salter on the stop. Back to the line of scrimmage, a loss of 4. And brings up a 3rd and 10 from the 30. The third down, 10 yards to go from the 30. Glad to have our friends from Maroa Forsyth watching the contest tonight. And we got nothing but impressive things to say about this outfit. They are impressive, for sure. Giles is in the shotgun. He's got two receivers to the right. He's going to turn and just try to run it himself, make something out of it. He's kind of picking his way through the defense, running upright, and finally is taken down. Takes it down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 9. It's going to bring up a 4th and 1.
It's going to be 4th and 2.
4th and 1 from the 21-yard line. I would say the only bugaboo, if you're a kid like Giles, he's a little bit taller, he's going to want to get those shoulders down a little bit because somebody's going to pop him one of these times. But he did a nice job kind of picking his way through, finding an opening, sets up a 4th and manageable here, where he will draw the Saukees offside. It will not be called. Wyatt Potter was offside. They let him retreat. It's not really a thing in high school football, but it's 54-0. Things become things. Giles will be in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's got a 1st down and more. He breaks a tackle, still on his feet inside the 15 to the 14. So give him a gain of 7 on the play, and it's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fresh set of downs for this Trojan outfit. 9:37 and counting in the 4th. Say the second group, they're trying hard to get a score on the board. Why not? You're not out there to not try to score, right? I know what you're trying to do. They'll throw a pass in the flats. It's incomplete. Bring up a 2nd and 10. And especially what we talked about earlier, Tom, is very likely this fresh soft group for Maroa won't get a game Monday because they don't have an opponent right now. So, I mean, these are live game reps these kids have to have.
I mean, in time like this, I mean, you still got to continue to play the game. I mean, the moment you stop playing hard is the moment you get hurt more often than not. So I'm glad that they've continued to at least put an effort forth.
Giles will hand the ball off to the running back up the middle, and that young man's going to have a touchdown. And that young man is Simon McReynolds with the McTouchdown at 8:40 to play in the 4th quarter to make it 60-0.
The touchdown for the Trojans.
So McReynolds takes it in from 14 yards out. He's got the score to make it 60-0 Trojans on the Trash Queen scoreboard. Nice job by the offensive line. Clear that hole. He had a big hole to run through there, didn't he? And now they'll try for the 2-point conversion. Giles is in the shotgun. I wonder if they just want to keep him on the left side here, you think? He's going to try to get the corner now. Going to try to go for the pylon. He dives. No, he just stays on his feet. He's still in. Didn't need the dive. And got the 2-point try. 62-0 is the Maroa Forsyth advantage with 8:38 to play in the contest. And we're back with you after this.
Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting illinihospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times. And Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
8:38 to play in this contest. And Maroa Forsyth gets the score on the run by McReynolds to make it 62-0. Teeing it up to kick it off is Mitch Williams. Again, Mitch with his second kickoff try of the night. He's a 5'9", 131-pound freshman. He is the only freshman listed on this roster for Maroa at the varsity level. I wonder what the freshman numbers are like this year for Maroa. He gets the kickoff here, and it's going to be taken by Ballinger at about the 25. Rushes ahead of the 30, 35-yard line. He'll be taken down at the 36. And that's where the Saukees will start 1st and 10 at their own 36. The clock counting down at the 8:24 mark of this 4th quarter. Not that we want you to go away, but the Camp Point Central Brown County game is 22-20 late in the 4th quarter. Brown County's got the ball. It looks to be 2nd down. If they can convert for a 1st down, I think they could run the clock out. They just got stopped on second down. Now a penalty flag is flown in that game. So, hey, let's switch on over to that on Central Illinois Sportsville. Not that we want you to go away. Petty's under center here for the Saukees. He takes the snap, going to hand it to the deep back in McKee. McKee's going to get a short gain on the play. I believe that's McKee. Let's wait and see what comes up. Could be more. It is McKee. McKee's going to gain a yard. It's up a 2nd and 9 from the 37. Penalty was against Central, and that is damaging. Brown County might pull off that victory up 22-20. And that'll move them to 4-0. Drop Central to 3-1. Man, Brown County's still got Minden left on the schedule. They're talented this year. Still got some tough ones. Under center, the quarterback Petty. Going to pitch it out to McKee. Has some running room on the left side across the 40. Stifled near the 44. A gain on the play of 7. This should bring up a 3rd down and 2, I believe. Call it 3rd and 3, in fact, from the 44. Just under 7 minutes to play. Single receiver wide to either side. Aiden Poore is the man on this side for the Saukees. Javen Petty is under center. Maroa showing the run blitz. Petty's going to keep it himself along the right-hand side. He is fighting for yardage, but not going to get much. Up to the 46-yard line. It would be a gain of 2. He's going to be just short. It's going to be 4th down, and they'll move the box up to see where things are at here. It is 4th and a long yard. Petty will be under center. Takes a snap, keeps it himself, has the 1st down. As he's up near the 49. Needed 1, gained 3, and it's a 1st and 10 from their own 49 for the Saukees. 5:55 and counting. I believe Brown County has won that contest. They did, 22-20 and a dandy at Central. And, you know, it's funny, Tom, watching the some of the comments on that game. People complaining about coaching decisions. Here's a run by McKee to the right side. He's going to gain a couple on the play to the Maroa 49, a gain of 2. And, you know, Brad Dixon has just consistently won 8 games a year since he's been there, I believe, on average. There's only 9 in a season, if you're wondering. 8 games a year on average in the regular season. Into the playoffs, I think every year that he's been there except for probably 1. I'd tell you to shut up if I were him.
Yeah, not much to complain about on that front, I don't think.
Yeah, it'd be like somebody talking about play calling for Williamsville and Maroa. You know, there's a reason you're probably not on the sideline helping coach. Petty's under center. Takes a snap, hands it off. Well, the ball's loose on the ground, and it's picked up by Maroa's man. He's off to the races. This is Connor Kelly, and Connor Kelly with the scoop and the score. He picked it up right at the 50-yard line and took it all the way back for a touchdown as Connor Kelly takes it in from 50 yards out on the scoop and score and makes it 68-0 Maroa Forsyth. Turnovers in the second half. And not good. Second unit for the Saukees does not look sharp. They didn't look sharp Monday in their junior varsity contest. And, I mean, we talked about the opportunity to get reps at any time. You got to take advantage of it. Giles now puts a man in motion, going to throw out to the motion man. That's McReynolds, and he'll go in for the 2-point try to make it 70-0. It's a good old-fashioned tail kicking here by Maroa Forsyth. 70-0. 4:33 to play in the contest, and we're back after this.
Few things compare to Camp Point Central's fans' dedication to the Panthers. The same can be said about Channel and the farmers they serve. You see, unlike other seed companies, they don't have salesmen. With Channel, you get the advantage of a dedicated Channel seedsman, a trusted year-round advisor who can provide the right recommendations for your fields. It's their hands-on approach that truly sets them apart. Customized service, expert advice, elite seed management products. Find your Channel seedsman at channel.com or contact local district sales manager Matt Hughes at 217-242-8852.
At Lanham Chiropractic, their mission is to ensure that they guide each patient to the possibility and enjoyment of a healthier you. Dr. Chris Lanham works together with each patient to identify the cause of the chiropractic issue and address it through chiropractic care, proper nutrition, and natural supplements, all while utilizing honest and trusting communication. If you're looking for a hands-on chiropractor who's proud to call this area home, call Dr. Chris Lanham at Lanham Chiropractic in Pittsfield at 217-285-6300.
4:33 to play in the fourth quarter. 70-0 is the lead for Maroa Forsyth. And they'll kick off once again. If this is the, if they have a specific ball for kicking, it's tired. Putting his foot into it's Mitch Williams. Saukee up man will take it at about the 20-yard line. 25, be taken down at around the 33. That appears to be whom?
Number 4, Elijah Leonard.
Leonard on the return. He ran hard. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Saukees from the 32, their own 32. You know, and the thing you find out about good programs like Maroa Forsyth is in time like this where, you know, the game is way out of hand, the second team guys continue to play hard. That's where they get better. And that way, when it's their turn to be on the varsity field, it's not a new experience for them. Now the Saukees are short a running back. And don't exactly know what's going on. So they're short a running back, and they'll have to call timeout. 3:46 to play. 70-0. Maroa on top back after this.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
Did you know that Prairie Land FS doesn't just sell seed? They treat it and box it right here at one of their local facilities, then deliver it to your farm or fields. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
McKee is the ball carrier as we're back to live action. As the Saukees come out of the timeout, he gets a 2-yard gain, going to bring up a 2nd down and 8 yards to go from the 35. Excuse me, the 30. I'm going to put it all the way out to almost the 36. Give him a 3-yard gain. 2nd down and 7. 3:13 and counting on this contest. I formation, single receiver wide to either side as the quarterback, Javen Petty's under center. The sophomore takes the snap, hands it off. Nope, keeps it himself. Good read. Now he's trying to get outside, looking for running room. Going to be shoved toward the boundary.
Petty with the keeper.
Is going to end up losing a yard on the play, it appears. So a 1-yard loss, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Brought down near the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Had the right idea, just needed to get upfield a little quicker. He was trying to get way outside, and if he could have just put his shoulders square, he might have picked up 4 or 5 yards. Instead, he loses one. 3rd down, and they're going to call it 9 yards to go from the 35-yard line. Patty will be under center with 2:20 to play. Waiting for the play clock to count down a little bit here. He'll take the snap, hand it off to the deep back, McKee, and there's not much running room to go through there. He's running hard. Slung backwards now. Gains 2, and brings up a 4th down and 7. It's 4th down, 7 yards to go from the 36. And the Saukees should bring the punt team on, and they will. And he's going to be punt. Got to get JJ Petty out there now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, that's the thing. Your guys, even when you're getting your butt kicked, you got to stay engaged, because if you don't have a second team special teams unit ready to go, you might have to be in the game. This is, again, like you said, this is how you get hurt if you're not paying attention. Man back deep here for Maroa is Mitchell, I believe. Braxton Mitchell will break a tackle. Excuse me, that is Jalen Caxier. Caxier will return the ball out to the 40. And that's where the Trojans take over 1st and 10, and they probably will have to just run one play, maybe a knee, maybe a running play. And this one will be over. We'll take you to the post-game show. It'll be presented by Illini Community Hospital. Saukees had 10 guys on the field. Now they have 11. And the referee said, we won't set this ball until it's over, boys, and this is over. 70-0. Maroa Forsyth comes in and dominates the Saukees on homecoming night at Glenn C. Smith Field. Maroa Forsyth moves to 4-0 in the season. The Saukees drop to 2-2, and we take you to the post-game show. It's presented by Illini Community Hospital, where since 1942 they've been providing high-quality medical care close to home. Learn more about their services at IlliniHospital.org. Final stats, we'll name our Edward Jones Player of the Game, all next.
Illini Community Hospital is committed to providing high-quality specialty care close to home. We are pleased to welcome Dr. William Severino, urologist, and Dr. Mark Mount, ear, nose, and throat physician, to the consulting physician clinic team at the Castile Center. Specialty care is also provided for orthopedics, cardiology, podiatry, obstetrics, oncology, and more. Learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org or call 217-285-2113, extension 3950 to schedule an appointment.
Together, we build. It's more than just a tagline at John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. It's our way of life. Our team is committed to building high-quality, custom-built commercial and residential facilities to fit the needs of your family or business. From design, new construction, renovation, and repairs, we have the expertise to turn your project into reality. Call us for a free quote at 217-248-6196. That's 248-6196. Or check us out on Facebook. John Petty & Sons Custom Builders. Together, we build. If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can help. Stop by the office at 1891 Main Street in Quincy, Illinois. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SIPC. PCRE Real Estate and Auction is your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois. With 2 office locations, one in Pike County and the other in Calhoun County, PCRE Real Estate and Auction is the place to go when you're looking to buy or sell farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property. See our current listings at PCRERealestate.com or call us at 217-285-5800 for PCRE Real Estate and Auction.
Welcome back to the Illini Community Hospital post-game show. And Maroa Forsyth comes in and does Maroa Forsyth type of things. A dominating win over the Pittsfield Saukees, 70-0, the final in this contest. And, from about a minute in, they had a lead, and Maroa Forsyth never looked back, and they take the Saukees down in pretty convincing fashion. Tom's got to look at some of those final stats after he gets his shoes back on, because Maroa stats added up in a hurry, Tom.
So for Maroa, the leading rusher was Cade Culp with 119 total yards, rushing for, 9 times. Braxton Mitchell with -2 yards on 1 rush. Caden Maurer with 12 yards on 1 rush. Zane Giles with 16 yards on 4 carries. And Simon McReynolds with 17 yards on 3 carries. Their total running stats, they had 162 total yards. On the receiving side, Braxton Mitchell with 11 yards on 1 catch. Jacob Blunk with 104 yards on 3 catches. Egan Franzen with 96 yards on 4 catches. Cade Culp with 66 yards on 2 catches. Hayden Reiser with 15 on 2 catches. And Kyle Campbell with 30 yards on 2 catches. They threw for a total of 328 yards for a total of 490 yards. Total of, 105 penalty yards for the Trojans there. And on the Saukees side of things, they had Lane Elliott with 4 yards on 7 carries, Nate Anderson with 31 yards on 7 carries, Weston McAllister with -1 yards on 2 carries, Mason Fargo with 3 yards on 1 carry, Jason McKee with 34 yards on 15 carries, and Javen Petty with 2 yards on 7 carries. 73 total rushing yards there. On the receiving side of things, Mason Fargo with 0 yards on 2 catches, Elijah Leonard with 18 yards on 2 catches, and Bobby Stout with 43 yards on 2 catches. Totaled the passing game up to 63 yards and 136 total yards on the Saukees side of things.
Time to name our player of the game. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones financial advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. Now with a little sophomore Caden Maurer, the quarterback. He's not big, Tom, but man, oh man, he makes things happen.
Yeah, he truly was that 5-tool player tonight, and he did a little bit of everything. Excellent game, threw for a lot of yards, ran for it when he needed to, and looked very dominating out there.
He is going to be a menace for a couple more years yet, even in this Sangamo Conference, and something to not really look forward to if you are anybody other than Maroa Forsyth. But this Trojan squad looked very, very dominating tonight, and they just keep on rolling. They're 4-0 this season. The Saukees dropped the 2-2. They look to regroup and head to Verdon next week to take on the North Mac Panthers. We'll be there to bring it for you on Central Illinois Sports. Glad you joined us this evening. Thanks to Thomas and Jacob for their assistance tonight. It's been another Central Illinois Sports presentation.